looking in at the Riverton High School campus. It's basketball, the start of the Wyoming High School Activities Association basketball season. Hey, good evening on Jack FM 105.1. I'm John Gabrielson alongside Thomas Dent. Raylan Mong is high atop Wolverine Gymnasium here today as they get ready to open up the Bill Strannigan Memorial Basketball Classic. And we're looking at the final minutes of the JV boys game that will be over within just a few minutes. The Riverton JV boys coming from behind down at halftime and have extended it to a 13-point lead with just under 2 minutes left to play in the contest here today. And again, it is the Bill Strannigan Memorial Basketball Tournament named after the longtime athletic director, Bill Strannigan. And very instrumental in getting this building built that we're playing in, a very big gym that was once the site of state volleyball tournaments and still is the site of some of the biggest tournaments around the state, the Ron Thon Memorial Wrestling Tournament that'll come the last week of January, and also 1A, 2A regional basketball tournaments and volleyball tournaments and various regional tournaments that have happened here. And the memory of Bill Strannigan, one of the great guys, and nominated me for a Distinguished Service Award with the Wyoming Coaches Association and the Hall of Fame there. And just a great guy. And in his memory, the Bill Strannigan Memorial Basketball Classic going on today. Gyms around Fremont County are all busy with this tournament. Riverton employing the middle school, the college, the high school. Even Rendezvous is going to see some games. Lander Valley High School is also putting some games together. They'll play in their high school gym, the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, as well as their auxiliary gym. And so just a lot of basketball Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for these basketball teams. Riverton will be playing 4 consecutive games in the next 3 days. They'll play tonight. They'll then wake up tomorrow and take on Pinedale at 10 and 11:30, girls then boys. Then they'll come back later tomorrow evening and play Laramie in a 4 and 5:30 game here at the high school. They'll wrap up the tournament against Cheyenne South on Saturday afternoon as the Wolverines play 4 games in 3 days here at the Bill Strannigan Basketball Classic. And they've tried to pair it up, the 4A teams from the west versus the 4A teams from the east. Those 4A teams from the east being Sheridan, Laramie, and Cheyenne South. The teams from the west being Star Valley, Jackson, and Riverton. Lander is also in the mix. Shoshone has gotten into some action as well as they've played the sub-varsities of these 4A teams. They're taking on, they played Cheyenne South earlier today at the Central Wyoming College Gymnasium. Powell is also going to be in attendance as the Panthers will take on Lander, I believe, coming up tomorrow. Lander will also play Star Valley on the tournament. They're opening up with Cheyenne South here tonight. 6 o'clock is the tip time for their girls team as well. Final 30 seconds ticking down here. This is your Porter's MVS pregame show, the Porter's Tailgate. Thanks to Porter's and Mountain View Supply for providing our scoreboard, for providing our pregame. They're a proud sponsor of Riverton Athletics. Want to remind you that now we're in the deep of the cold, and they've got everything you need to heat your home with a wood, gas, or pellet stove this winter. That's Porter's on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com. You'll also be hearing about the Fremont Therapy scoreboard, and then it will be the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. And because it is a doubleheader, that post-game show kind of rolls right into the pre-game show. The Bailey's post-game show right into the Bailey's pre-game show. Anyway, the Porter, losing my mind because got some people trying to navigate the stairs, and the movie rope separating the press area is not that stable, and I thought I was going to have to catch some people here. So let's try that again. The Bailey Tire and Auto girls post-game show will roll right into the Porter's MVS pre-game show here on Jack FM. And just kind of looking at things, Sheridan has gotten the better of Riverton a lot in the last several years. The girls are 1-23 against Sheridan since 2006. Out of the 24 games, they've won 1. Their last win was 2020 when they beat Sheridan at Cheyenne. Sheridan got the better of Riverton last year. They've got a lot of girls back from that team. Very contrary on the boys' side. Not a lot of boys back on the Sheridan boys basketball team. And those will be the second game of the day here tonight on this broadcast. Again, Thomas and Raylan getting our video stream all set up and ready to go as, again, you're watching the final seconds. And there is the buzzer as the Riverton JV is taking care of business on the Sheridan Broncs, and they win it 50-43 is the final score. 50-43, the RHS JV boys victorious over the Sheridan Broncs here tonight. The girls getting ready to get warmed up. We're going to check our scoreboard and see how much time we have. Then we'll hit our first break here in just a couple of seconds as well. They've put 8 minutes up, and I don't believe that's going to do it. I think they're going to have to put 10 or 15 up there on the board, and they will do that. So, Thomas, if you can, we'll play our first 1 minute timeout. We'll come back, and we'll get more.
Back when I was
an interview with head coach Travis McIntosh in his 6th basketball season. That's next on the Porter's pregame show. This is the County 10 Sports Network.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do. Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Hauling ass, heading south, down the road in a glow Cadillac, coupe bill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
If you're looking to get upgrades on your vehicle done with bumpers, grill guards, and bed liners, shop locally. Instead of traveling the extra mile to an out-of-town shop, take it to the premier local shop here in Fremont County. Wyoming 4x4 has over 25 years of experience under the belt. Dan will take your stock truck and give it the perfect accessory makeover tailored to your vision. Stop at Wyoming 4x4 or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
The Riverton High School girls finished 4-19 last year. They did not make state. Their 4 wins came against Farson, Cheyenne South, Wheatland, and Jackson. So 2 of those wins against 4A competition. Travis McIntosh is in his 6th year as a head coach, and his best year 2020. They were 14-11, missed state that year by a game, falling to Green River in the play-in game. They graduated 2 seniors, their leading scorer and rebounder, Savannah Martinez, 10 points and 5 rebounds per ball game. Also lost senior Camden Sheets. They also are missing Jordan L. Anderson due to an injury. Jordan L. averaged 4 points, 4 rebounds for this team. She is a senior this year, but not on the basketball court due to that injury. You've got returning leaders out there. Paisley Jackson. She missed the last 2 games of the year with a torn ACL. McKay Fegler missed games because of a broken pinky. Haley Engstrom started games. Gracie Olheiser started games. And then you add into it Olivia Bradley, who didn't get a play last year because of an injury to her knee as well. It's the 25th meeting versus Sheridan since 2006. Sheridan is 23-1 in those previous 24. Sheridan won last year 42-37, and they held Riverton to just 17 points back in 2020, but that's also the year that Riverton got their win. Sheridan had won 20 straight from 2007 to 2020, and that Riverton win. Ryan Sullivan, head coach of Sheridan in his 3rd season. They did not qualify for state last year. They finished 3rd in his first year, did not qualify for state last year, though. So that's what you've got. We're going to take another 1 minute timeout, a quick one. Actually, may only make this a 30, Thomas. We'll come back with the head coach, Travis McIntosh, on our Porter's pregame show right after this.
Wyoming Catholic College are proud sponsors of student athletes and sports programs across Fremont County, plus are this season's academic spotlight sponsor. Wyoming Catholic College forms students through a rigorous immersion in the primary sources of the classic liberal arts tradition, the grandeur of the mountain wilderness, and the spiritual heritage of the Catholic Church. Grounded in real experience and thoughtful reflection, our graduates love truth, think clearly, and communicate eloquently. engaging with the world as it is. Submit your application online at wyomingcatholic.edu/admissions/apply.
Show talking with head coach Travis McIntosh, and as near as we can tell, your 6th season as the head coach.
Yeah, and it's been a blur.
And it always kind of is like that. As I've been at the college 15 years, which you wouldn't think of that, but back here doing play-by-play, and here it is, time to play. It's the old coaching adage. We'd really love more time, but we really need to play somebody else.
Yeah, and we're just excited to play Sheridan tonight and really get after it, and excited for the opportunity to just compete and like we have been in practice all week. So
talk a little more X's and O's and maybe what we expect with Sheridan, but looking at your team and talking about kids, and McKay Fegler breaks a pinky, out 5 games. Ella Judd, concussion, out 6 games. Paisley tears her ACL at the end of the season last year, misses the last 2 games. And then, as you pointed out when we talked earlier, Olivia Bradley didn't even get to play last year as well, not to mention of other bumps and bruises. But you've got a team with a lot of experience, but on the same side, still needs some experience.
Right, and it really is going to be, just as you go, we're going to grow and get better. And so it's going to be really pretty exciting to see what we can do and what's going on this year. I think the girls have made tremendous strides from this summer to now, and this will be a good measuring stick for us, as I said before, to the Sheridan game. So
you have a lot of seniors that have played a lot as a group together, which has to be exciting to see them come into their senior year to do that.
Yeah, we have Gracie Olheiser, who's a senior. She started a lot last year. We have Haley Engstrom, who's a junior, but she started last year. We have a ton of experience. We have a few newcomers that are coming out, that are coming back, but that haven't had any varsity experience. So it's really going to be a little mismatch of everybody together.
Talk about your starting lineup and maybe how you go into the rotation, and obviously that's going to change so much between now and March and everything like that, but how you came upon the starting lineup tonight and maybe who else we'll see come out.
So tonight we're going to start Olivia Bradley, and we'll start Macy Brown, another senior, and we'll start Ella Judd, Haley Engstrom, and the final senior, McKay Fegler. And all those seniors, I mean, it was just a decision that we can only start 5. I'd like to start 7, but and
try
Paisley,
that and see if they notice it.
And Paisley Jackson will be coming right off the bench right away with Gracie, and and they're going to get solid minutes too. So
you mentioned that you'll probably play a lot of kids tonight and this weekend, which is out of necessity, 4 games in 3 days conditioning wise, but at the same time, I guess, to see what you've got going on.
Yeah, and it's about the experience from this. We haven't seen any tournaments ever won before in December. It's what we can do in March and where we want to be, and so this will be a great test for us to do that tonight.
Real quick, some other newcomers, some other faces that maybe we'll see here this weekend.
Yeah, there's a couple others. Savannah Morton, maybe you will see a little bit tonight, along with Tay Leesburg, and also Cloud Horse, who just moved in. So kind of exciting to get to see all those kids. We should be playing about 10 or 11 kids tonight. So
I mentioned this prior, but the conditioning factor, of here we are, we have to play 4 32-minute games in the span of 3 days.
Yeah, and it's tough. It's going to test your legs, and it's going to test your mental toughness too. See what we can push through and fight through, and it's just going to make us better. That's all it's going to do.
Throw one more quick question out here at you, and you'll be happy this weekend if what?
If we compete. And the score will be the score what it is. But if we compete and we play hard for 4 quarters,
all right.
That's all we want to do is compete.
We'll work out logistics of when to speak with you later this evening, and thanks for the interview and best of luck tonight.
Hey, thank you so much.
You bet. It's head coach Travis McIntosh. Stay with us. We'll get you starting lineups and get this one tipped off. Sheridan, Riverton from the Bill Strannigan Memorial Basketball Classic. That's next after this on the County 10 Sports Network.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Hold up wide left. They don't have any.
Ensuring you never forget your best memories, but also protecting your future adventures. Tyler Watson and State Farm is a proud supporter of the current and future Riverton Wolverines.
Wide right, McGuffey back to pass, shows the ball, throws again. Looking in the end zone is DeVries. Touchdown, baby!
Find us on our website at ensuringriverton.com or stop by our office at 618 East Washington Avenue to discuss protecting your future. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Keeping you connected with Wolverine basketball. We are the County 10 Sports Network.
Getting set for the opening round of the Bill Strannigan Memorial Basketball Classic, the opening game for the Riverton Lady Wolverines. We'll have them all season long right here on the County 10 Sports Network. I'm John Gabrielson alongside Thomas Dent III. Raylyn Mong the first is up at the top of the press box running our camera here tonight for us. And she is officially on winter break from CWC, but so is Thomas. But Thomas earns a paycheck, so we got to keep him busy here. We're going to get our national anthem sung, and then we'll get some starting lineups in basketball on the way here in just a couple of minutes. And I'm going to wait until they turn it over to the PA announcer, Steve Peck, who will be giving us our starting lineups and things here in a moment. And then we'll take our break. And again, the national anthem coming, and we'll be back after this with starting lineups on the County 10 Sports Network.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Porter's Supply Company in Riverton is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes here in Fremont County. Start your game day off right with the Porter's Pregame Show and get ready for action. Porter's has everything you need to heat your home this winter with the best selection of wood, gas, or pellet stoves. Good luck to all Fremont County teams from Porter's Supply Company. See Porter's Supply on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com.
RE/MAX All-Star Realtors are proud to sponsor sports across Fremont County for the 22-23 season. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors was founded in 1991 with the goal of doing real estate in a way that would make our clients' lives as easy and uninterrupted as possible. They've completed many transactions involving residential, commercial, vacant lots, farm and ranch, and investment properties, and can help you with any goal you might have regarding any of these today. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors, 938 West Main Street, Riverton. See them online at remaxriverton.com.
Catch the game on your phone or the comfort of your home living room. Wolverine basketball is streaming on County 10's YouTube channel all season long.
Great job on the national anthem, sung by Miss Stanley, the front office coordinator here at Central Wyoming College, and we get ready for basketball. The visitors will be announced first. They are coached by... Make sure we got everything going on here. So, yes, it is number 0 is Jillian Mitzel. She is a 5'9 senior. Sydney Blue, she is a 5'9 senior, averaging 8 points and 5 rebounds per ball game last year. Number 2 is Addie Burgess, a 5'7 junior, averaged 6 and 2 last year. Brooke Larson wears number 11. She is a 5'11 senior, averaged 8 points, 4 boards, shot 110 three-pointers last year. Made 29 of those, but shot 110 of them. Sam Spielman, their leading scorer and rebounder from a year ago at 6 foot and a senior. For the Wolverines, number 1, playing varsity for the first time in a couple of years, is Olivia Bradley. Wearing number 3, a senior, is Macy Brown. She played in 7 games for the Wolverines last year. McKay Fegler, a senior, averaged 5 points, 4 boards, and shot 77% from the free throw line. Missed 5 games with a broken pinky last year. McKay Fegler. Number 12, a senior, averaged 3 rebounds last year. Missed 6 games last year with a concussion, is Ella Judd, as they have her wearing number 11 tonight, and so not wearing the number 12 that I had her wearing. And then number 13, a junior, is Haley Engstrom. She averaged 3 points, 4 boards per ball game last year. She did play in all 23 contests for the Lady Wolverines. And it will be Engstrom in the midcourt circle against Spielman. And Engstrom's going to win the tap. And Ella Judd will hand it back to Olivia Bradley. Riverton in their home white unis, the cardinal numbers and the black trim. And the Wolverines are going to turn it over on their first possession as Bradley got tangled up with a couple of defenders, and they bring the basketball the other way for the Lady Broncs, dressed in their road blue uniforms, the gold accents, Sheridan across their front. Spielman, 17-footer straight away, and she'll bury it. Quick 2-0 lead on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. That was not a 3. She was well inside the line, and Ella Judd is going to be fouled going down the right side. Scoreboard here at the gymnasium says 3, but it was 2. Now it is back to 2. Foul goes on Brooke Larson. That will be her first personal, team first. Judd down the right side baseline, fired off glass, too hard, goes over the top, and is rebounded by Brooke Larson. Sheridan with a 2-0 lead. Now, scoreboard here is all messed up. Says 2-2 on there, and they'll turn it over. Olivia Bradley ends back up with a basketball. 2-0 Sheridan on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard early. Fegler working on blue. Hands it to Engstrom, who has Spielman on her. Brown thought about a 3, doesn't do it. Wolverines working perimeter. Engstrom has it go behind her, back out of bounds. Last touched by Sheridan, says the official. It will stay Wolverine basketball. 6:48 left to play, first quarter. Season opener, lob pass. Bradley's going to end up with it. Oh, and we've already got a first injury of the ball game as down goes a Sheridan Bronc holding her left knee. They already had 2 players that were questionable on injuries today. One was Sydney Blue, who they were worried about her knee coming in, and then Brooke Larson with an ankle injury. And coming into the game is going to be Allie Lagaki. Allie is a 5'11 junior, averaged 6 points and 4 rebounds for this team last year. And the Sheridan coach is addressing the hurt player down there on the left side, on the right side of the court. I'm not 100% sure who it is. Mitzel, Blue, Spielman, and Burrs. I think it's Brooke Larson by process of elimination, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Ryan Sullivan, mentioned him in his 3rd season as the head coach. And it is Brooke Larson, and she is up and she is walking. Paige Tolman, the Riverton High School athletic trainer, is out there helping as well. So in her place came Allie Lagaki. Allie, the 6th man. She'll start a lot this year. She was an undefeated state champion in doubles tennis this year, was Allie Lagaki, who has checked in to the ball game. Sam Spielman was a, I think, 2-time state champion golfer on this Sheridan team as well. So you talk about athletes well-rounded as Engstrom goes baseline, shut off there. Got to get out of the habit of looking at a shot clock after doing the college games especially last night, just last night, in fact. Get out of that habit. Played a minute and a half. Judd has it stolen out of her hands by Blue. Second turnover of the game for the Wolverines. 2-0 our score. We've played 2 minutes. Mitzel, right side low block off glass. Going to be fouled as it hits the side of the backboard. And that foul is on Olivia Bradley. And, coming back from a knee injury and trusting that, she's got 2 knee braces on out there from calf to thigh, standing at midcourt. Mitzel at the line. First free throw is on the way and good. 3-0 the score. Sheridan last year as a team shot 62% from the free throw line. Mitzel helped raise that average. She shot 76 from the line last year. Second free throw is going to bounce in. And it's 4-0, and here comes the full court pressure. Bradley wraps it back around to Fegler. They'll get it to Brown. She will break the timeline. Macy out to Bradley. McKay at the top. Puts it on the ground to Engstrom now. Man-to-man defense by the Lady Bronx. Wolverines have 1 shot attempt in their first minute and a half, and then 2 turnovers, now 3, as they'll turn it over. And it's Burgess goes to the low block, and she'll travel with it and give it right back to the Lady Wolverines. Second turnover of the night for Sheridan. Fegler calls out the signal underneath the basket. Again, the press breaker got to be on. They'll go to Bradley. Engstrom comes to the middle. Olivia in traffic, back to McKay. Fegler will get it to Brown. She'll put it on the floor. They'll just beat the 10 count and a traveling violation. Brown wanted to throw it. She hesitated, took an extra step with a basketball in her hands. And the traveling violation will give it back to the Lady Bronx. Talking with Aaron Lagaki. He is the voice of the Sheridan Bronx a lot this year, along with the sports director up there, Trevor Jackson. Talking with him, his daughter is Allie Lagaki out there, number 33 is Spielman. She'll go baseline. Good defense by Judd. There's Lagaki. Finds the open person in the corner on the way. That 3 is no good by Mitzel. Out of bounds, it'll be Riverton basketball. A lot of these girls played a lot of time last year, especially as he talked about, Coach Boschitz talked about his boys team last year with a starting 6. Could go the same way with the 5 that started, plus Lagaki, who will get a lot of starting time. Nice job by Mitzel to steal that ball, but then stealing it right back is Olivia Bradley. Olivia to McKay. Fegler puts it on the ground, goes left side elbow. Judd. Again, Wolverines right now with 5 turnovers have only gotten 1 shot off in the first 4 minutes of the basketball game. And then Engstrom loses it, rolls out of bounds, and will go back to the Lady Bronx. Paisley Jackson will pull the uniform, the warm-up, and head to the check-in stand. Jackson tore that ACL, and you'll know which one when she comes onto the court. She's got a leg brace on it from the ankle to the thigh on that right leg. Tore it the final 2 games, missed the last 2 games, missed regionals. It happened at the end of the season as Spielman for 3. That one's no good, but an offensive rebound put back up and no good by Addie Burgess for the offensive board. Sheridan has only shot 4 times. They're 1 for 4, but they do have a couple of free throws. Riverton has only shot once in the contest. 4-0, so good news, bad news. You have only shot 1 time, but you're only down 4-0, now 5. As Sydney Blue makes the free throw, it was her that got the offensive rebound, not Burgess. So Paisley Jackson into the ball game. Also, Gracie Olheiser has checked in as well. Paisley just a junior. Last year, Paisley averaged 6 points, 4 rebounds per ball game as Blue gets both. 6-0 Sheridan. And a ball is, that one hit the official. Probably should have let it play, but they don't, as it hit the officials and stayed in play. Ella Blue has checked into the ball game for Sheridan. She wears number 5. Wolverines, and traveling with the basketball is Engstrom on the three-point line on the near side. And another turnover on the Wolverines. Kylie Chase is going to check into the ball game. She's 45 on the court. She wears 25 in the program, however. Blue drives the lane, shut off by Engstrom and Fegler. Blue, the other one. Ellie goes outside. Burgess, low block. Good defense by Jackson. Getting free in the paint. Shot is no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Ella Blue. And the Lady Bronx will reload. There's Sydney Blue. Shot is no good. She'll get her own rebound, throw it up. That's no good. Finally, coming in to clear things up is Kaylee Chase. Way too many opportunities that time down the floor for Sheridan. And they have opened up an 8-0 lead in the first 5 minutes of the basketball game. Riley Johnson has checked in for the Wolverines as well. And that'll be a tie-up, and it'll go Sheridan basketball. Fegler and Burgess got in a tie-up down on the right side. And turnover on the possession arrow gives it back to the Lady Bronx. Riley Johnson, a junior, wears number 11. Played 11 games last year for RHS and Coach McIntosh. Driving, Lagaki, couple of extra steps not called. Gets her own rebound, puts it off glass and in. Allie Lagaki. She has 4 points, and it's 10-0 Sheridan out in front here in the first 3 minutes. Excuse me, the first 5 minutes on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Olheiser lost the handle on it. Taken away by Chase. Hands it back to Sydney Blue. Sydney out to Ella Blue. She'll drive to the baseline, score it, and one. The freshman Ella Blue. 5'9", should be 5'7" freshman. Foul goes on Riley Jackson, Paisley Jackson. I'll get my name straight here. Paisley will get her first. Spielman back into the ball game. Mitzel back in as well. Bradley comes back in for Riverton. Johnson, Engstrom, Jackson, Olheiser, and Bradley for the Wolverines as Blue will fire the shot. Can't get it, but Spielman there for an offensive rebound. That one goes over the top, and a rebound by Engstrom. Wolverines still have attempted just 2 shots, and then Paisley Jackson gets free. That's actually their second shot of the game, as she'll get an and one, will Paisley Jackson. Foul goes on Ella Blue, her first. 2 team fouls on the Bronx. Haley Engstrom will check out of the game, and Paisley Jackson will be at the line for the and one. Last year, Riverton was 60% free throw shooters. Paisley drops that one in. She was a 66% free throw shooter. She's got the 3 points on the board right now for the Wolverines. They trail 12-3 on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. 2 minutes left to play. Lagaki drives through traffic. Chase ends up with it. Spielman for 3. She shot a lot of those last year. That ball goes out of bounds. It will go to the Wolverines on the team rebound. Spielman at 6 foot, not afraid to hoist some threes. She shot 83 of them last year. 22 of 83 for 27%. She was the leading scorer on the team at 9 and tied for rebounding with Blue at 5. Johnson back to the basket at the 15-foot line. Olheiser for 3. That one was on target, but falls off to the other side. Mitzel the rebound. Here comes Sheridan driving. Mitzel into the paint, kicks it over to Spielman just inside the 3-point line this time. That one falls out. Put back up by Lagaki. That's no good, and then a ball out of bounds will be Riverton basketball, their 3rd team rebound. Riverton getting out rebounded right now 9-4, and 3 of those 4 rebounds have been ball knocked out of bounds by Sheridan, as Macy Brown will check back in for Riley Johnson. No pressure this time by the Bronx. They'll pick him up man-to-man in the half-court defense. Brown with it. Lagaki on her defensively. Judd travels with the basketball and turns it back over to the ladies in blue. Sheridan in blue, Riverton in white. Thanks to Raylan Mong. camera person at the top of the gym. Thomas Dent III running the other 2 cameras remotely. Driving, and a lot of contact. Nothing called as Jackson went down hard. Spielman ends up with a basketball. She's in the paint. She'll have it knocked away from behind by Jackson, who is out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say, oh, they will keep it Sheridan basketball. Well, there was a lot of contact on that play. You'd think you'd have to call something. Good, bad, or indifferent, charge, block, something, and they say nothing. Inside of a minute left to play first quarter. Underneath, Mitzel turnaround. She'll be fouled. Foul is on Gracie Olheiser. First personal on Grace. 3rd team foul on the Wolverines right now. And back to the line goes Sheridan. They have shot on every foul so far, as that free throw is no good with someone from the student section. A little heckling job over there. Like our festive scoreboard that Wyatt put together for us, Thomas. She gets the second one, does Mitzel. 13-3 our score, 40 seconds left to play on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard first quarter. Shot on the outside by the Wolverines, no good, picked up by Ella Blue. Sheridan with 30 seconds left. Lagaki runs into, and a foul call on the charge. Macy Brown stepped in to take the charge, and Lagaki will get the turnover and the foul.
Sheridan foul, 33, Lagaki, her first, 3rd team foul.
It's pajama night, by the way, in the student section, in case you're wondering, Thomas. Theme night. Jackson baseline 15, gets the shooter's bounce and drops. Nice job, Paisley Jackson. She has all 5 of the Wolverine points off the bench. Final 6 seconds of the quarter. Sheridan up, 3 on the way. At the buzzer by Lagaki is good. 16-5 at the end of the first quarter. Sheridan. And we've played a quarter of basketball. Second quarter on the way after this 1-minute timeout. 16-5, Sheridan on top on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard on the County 10 Sports Network.
Elevate Rehab in Lander is a proud sponsor of sports in Fremont County. Elevate offers physical and occupational therapy and specializes in hand therapy. Elevate Rehab also offers one-on-one personalized treatment for every patient. Their dedicated team of highly skilled and specialized therapists will help you on your journey back to better health and mobility. Elevate Rehab, 535 East Main, Suite D in Lander.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletics for more than 25 years. Locally owned by therapists, Fremont values commitment to professionalism and community. With specialized training and one-on-one service, they get you back to doing what you love. Whether you need rehab for an injury from a sports-certified specialist or therapy from the only certified hand therapist in Fremont County. With 6 locations in western Wyoming, they provide aquatic therapy, dry needling, and women's health therapy. To find out more about Fremont Therapy Group or schedule an appointment, go to FremontTherapy.
Subscribe and turn on your notifications. Don't miss any of the action for Wolverine basketball on County 10's YouTube channel.
16-5, Sheridan on top. Wolverine basketball to begin the second half, as Fegler will inbound right in front of the pajama-clad student section. Bradley working on Burgess, finds Fegler right side. Brown back to Fegler. Man-to-man defense by the Lady Bronx, if you will. Baseline, Judd shut off there. Shot goes, actually it's not Judd, it's We2 Cloud Horse into the ball game. That one no good. First quarter shooting, Riverton 2 of 5. On the other side, Sheridan 5 of 16. 11 more shots in the first quarter by Sheridan, providing an 11-point lead on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Wolverines in a zone. Spielman gets wide open for 3. Goes over the rim. Lagaki, one bounce, bank it up and in. Allie Lagaki, she's already got 9 points of her team's 18, and she's doing that off the bench. Wolverines working on the man-to-man. Bradley shut off there, gives up her dribble, throws it away. Blue comes away with it on the 11th Wolverine turnover. Driving to the rack, putting it up is Blue. She'll go to the line and be fouled. And the Wolverine foul is on McKay Fegler. Number 1 on McKay. We2 White Cloud, by the way. We2 Cloud Horse. I'll get it right. I apologize, We2, for that. We2 Cloud Horse, a junior, wears number 12 for Central. Transferred in. Coach McIntosh liking her game as she steps onto the varsity court. Sydney Blue hits the first free throw, and it's 19-5 Sheridan. Second one is also good. Full court pressure from Sheridan now. Engstrom will get it into Bradley, goes through her hands on a turnover. Picked up Spielman from 15. That one goes off to the left side. Rebound put back in and fought for by Blue. Sydney Blue. 22-5. Full court pressure still on by Sheridan here in the early going. Nice behind the back move by Bradley. Ball gets batted down. Cloud Horse off the glass. Good and one. Nice dish by Bradley. Cloud Horse gets the bucket and one. That foul whistled on Allie Lagaki. That'll be her first personal. Actually, it's her second personal. 4th team foul. Riley Johnson in for Haley Engstrom. As Cloud Horse will go to the free throw line. Her first varsity basket in a Wolverine uniform and looking for an and one. And gets it on the shooter roll. 22-8. .620 remaining. Down to the low block. Spielman has it knocked out of there by Cloud Horse. Picked up by Mitchell. She'll get into the traffic. She'll huck one up wildly. Cloud Horse comes away with a rebound. Wolverines back the other way. Pickpocket by Sheridan. Long pass up ahead to Mitchell. Follows it back. Ballou jump stop around a player. They'll call her for the travel. It's good work when you can get away with it, but that one they called her for the walk. And Paisley Jackson will check back into the ball game. Macy Brown will check out. And Paisley played 21 of the 23 games last year. It was the last 2 right here in this gym when Riverton hosted regionals. Cloud Horse ahead of the pack is gonna run before she caught, and they will turn it over. Paisley Jackson hit her, and We2 kind of saw the end zone before she had the reception and bounces off her hands out of bounds into the Sheridan bench. Burgess gets it back, left side wing 3, in and out, stays out. Cloud Horse the rebound. Sheridan right now 1 of 6 from the arc, just 17%. Johnson penetrates, she'll take it to the rack, has it knocked out of her hands. It's gonna stay Wolverine basketball. With 5:28 left to play in the first half on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Chase and Ella Blue check back in. Blue is spelled B-I-L-Y-E-U. Sydney and Ella on this team as they'll inbound it to Fegler. Shot off the left side, comes off. Blue the rebound, Sydney that is. 6 points, 4 rebounds for Sydney already. 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Another 3 by Burgess, goes off the backside, is gonna go out of bounds off of Sheridan. Should be Riverton basketball and is. Of the 7 Wolverine rebounds, 4 of them have been of the team rebound variety, like being knocked out of bounds by Sheridan right now. So it's 13-7 in rebounding, but kind of actually 13-3 as Wolverine's going to have to solve that equation. Jackson gets bodied up by Chase as she fires it up. Shot is no good. Chase the rebound and a foul in the backcourt. Will be whistled on the Wolverines. Paisley Jackson, she'll get her second personal. Olheiser and Judd back into the contest for the Wolverines. Nice minutes by We2 Cloud Horse. 2 rebounds, 3 points for We2 as Fegler comes out of the ball game. Burgess will bring it across the timeline. Bradley will pick her up there. Wolverines were in a zone for a while. They've switched it up to a man-to-man. Spielman another three. Banks off the glass, no good. Jackson, hard fought, gathers the rebound, guns it up ahead to Bradley. They will keep possession of it. Nice job by Paisley on the rebound. Jackson, they throw it at her feet. She'll pick it up. Boy, they get hits in the face. She'll go down. Boy, kind of looks like the first game of the year right now. The referee's kind of letting some contact go as it's kind of pinballing people around as Paisley Jackson gets called for the offensive foul going down the right side. And much like Olivia playing on that knee, this is Paisley kind of proving to herself that that knee is okay, as she has been on the floor a number of times. Taylin Leesburg is going to check into the ball game. Taylin, a freshman, is the daughter of Jess Meeks, the assistant coach, the JV coach on this Wolverine basketball team. So the freshman getting some time. Watched her knock down a three in a game previous today. She'll go play some defense. Spielman will try yet another three. That one is no good, and Gracie Olheiser will get the rebound. Spielman not afraid to launch the triple. I think she's 0 for 4 on the night from there. How about this? The freshman, Leesburg, off the bench, does not get it to drop as it's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Sheridan basketball. Gotta like the confidence of the freshman to come in and try to add some instant offense. Had a good wide open look, just didn't get it to convert. We're going to see Savannah Morton for the first time in the ball game. Savannah Jr. wears number 2, as Engstrom is back out there on the court as well. Wolverines 3 of 10 from the field, 0 of 3 from distance right now. Sheridan 1 of 9 from the arc, 7 of 25 in close as that shot misses, and Leesburg the rebound. Good minutes by the freshman already, picking up that rebound, and then a travel violation on Engstrom. Will turn the ball back over to Sheridan. Powell is leading Lander 19-5 in the second. That is the Lander girls taking on the Lady Panthers, 19-5. That game on our sister station of the County 10 Sports Network. Ella Buell, a blue for 3. No good, but Chase, the rebound, put it back up and in. Nice job by Kaylee Chase with the offensive rebound and the putback. 24-8, a 16-point Sheridan lead, their biggest. 3 minutes left in the first half. Fremont Therapy scoreboard, and Ella Judd gets to the floor. Ball gets lost. Lagaki ahead of the pack is going to be fouled from behind by Savannah Morton, trailing the play. Savannah will pick up her first personal. It's going to put Lagaki at the line. Lagaki 9 points here already. She leads everybody in the scoring column. She also leads Riverton's total scoring column as well with 9. Misses the first. 7 of 10 from the stripe tonight are the Lady Broncs. They were 62% as a team last year. They were 23% from the arc last year. They're only 1 of 10 today from three-point shooting. It is the first game of the season. You got to take that into consideration. I thought coaches would use a lot more timeouts, given the fact they're going to be playing 4 games in 3 days. Kind of keep some legs fresh, but we haven't seen, I believe, a single timeout called as of yet, have we? Maybe one. Wolverine's going to turn it over again. I don't think we have. Shot underneath and a traveling violation, or is it an offensive foul? I think Jillian Mitchell, to quote Miley Cyrus, came in like a wrecking ball. And she will get called for the offensive foul as Fegler will check in for Judd. Olheiser has come out. Engstrom is in, as well as Macy Brown, Olivia Bradley, and Leesburg. 2:25 remaining in the first half. Brown to Fegler. She'll fire one off. It's partially blocked. It's going to stay Wolverine basketball. Riverton has shot the ball 11 times. Sheridan has 17 more shots fired than do the Wolverines as Chase comes out of the Sheridan lineup. Engstrom gloves it near the Wolverine paw, just outside of the three-point line. Leesburg to Fegler, right side elbow. Lobs it down low. Engstrom got in good position, fires up a shot, doesn't go, but she's fouled as you heard the whistle. Kind of delayed motion on that. Foul is on Jillian Metzel. First personal there. 6th team foul on Sheridan. Engstrom free throw, back of the iron, no good. Haley, again, just a junior, started a bunch of games last year. She played in all 23 games. Shot 55% from the free throw line last year and is going to be below that average to start things off here as Lagaki gets the rebound. 4 boards, 10 points for Lagaki. 100 seconds left to play in the first half. On the Fremont Therapy scoreboard, Lagaki baseline, double team. Nice sandwich there by Engstrom and Leesburg. Back up top. Driving is Sydney Blue off the glass is good. 27-8, a 19-point Sheridan advantage. We're under 90 seconds left to play in the first half. Leesburg to Engstrom. Nice entry pass and a foul from behind on Lagaki. That'll put him in the... Nope, one shy. 6th team foul. Oh, it is actually bonus time. I'm not putting the number of the player with the foul on the board so I can compare. I'm one shy on the visitor's side as Haley gets the first. She'll have another. She was thinking it was an and one opportunity as she was already heading down the other side of the gym, but Gracie Olheiser going to check in. I think everybody but maybe one player on the roster, Cami Paskett, has played here in the first half for the Wolverines. Coach said he was going to play a lot of kids, and he has, as Macy Brown has come out. Second one by Haley is good, so guess what? She's at 50% now, just short of her 55 average she shot last year. Mitchell, minute 15 left to play. Fremont Therapy scoreboard. First half, it's been all Sheridan here. 27-10 to open things up. Ball knocked away and loose, and Leesburg ends up with it. 7th turnover on the Sheridan Lady Bronx. Up ahead, they'll go to Bradley. Olivia back out to Leesburg. Then Engstrom throws it away, trying to get down to the low block to Fegler, and they'll turn it over. .52 seconds in the first half remaining. Judd will come in for Leesburg. Got a rebound and try to trifecta, didn't get it. Ella Blue in, out for Spielman, who checks in. She'll have a brother on the boys team. Under a minute left to play, first half. Sheridan led 16-5 after one. They have outscored Riverton 11-5 here in the second stanza. Perimeter work, three-pointer on the way. Burgess is going to drop. How about that shooter's bounce by Addie Burgess? And if you're just joining us and you're a Sheridan fan, Brooke Larson went down injured with a lower leg injury, it looked like, in the first quarter of play. I've not seen her back since. She is on the bench with ice on that left knee as that shot no good by the Wolverines. Picked away and taken away by the Bronx. Nice job by Bradley trailing. She'll throw it in bounds underneath the opponent's basket. Kind of a no-no, but she had to do something with it, and it ends up in the hands of Sydney Blue, who gets fouled. And the foul is going to be called on Olheiser, her second. And it will put Sydney Blue at the line. Sometimes you just want to eat that ball going out of bounds there rather than inbound it, put it back in play underneath the opponent basket as it turns into at least 1 point now, possibly 2. 8 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll preview the boys' game. We'll give you stats of this game in our halftime show as we'll take a couple of breaks in the middle of there as Blue hits both. Fegler underneath. Judd at the buzzer gets it to go with 1 second. Good execution by the Lady Wolverines as they will get 2 points closer. Unfortunately, they trail by 20 as we head to the break. Sheridan 32, Riverton 12. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with first half statistics here From the Bill Strannigan Memorial Basketball Classic, this is Wolverine Basketball from the County 10 Sports Network.
Gales Carpet Floor and Home is happy to support student athletes in sports across Fremont County. Gales Carpet One Floor and Home has been a Fremont County fixture for decades, specializing in flooring, window coverings, and cabinets, as well as the professional certified installation of those products. Stop into Gales Floor and Home today at 220 East Main Street, Riverton, or see them online at galescarpet1riverton.com.
Tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
Keep it local. Try it on, save time and money on returns, and get advice in person at Bells & Bows. Our business is your best local source for quality clothing like Liverpool and keeping your look fresh every month with our new collections bag. These monthly collections bags feature anything you can imagine yourself in, and the best part is we will ship it everywhere. But if you live locally, we can drop it off right at your doorstep. Bells & Bows, your local solution to keeping you looking stylish for anything that comes your way. Stop in today at 309 East Main Street in Riverton or visit us online at bellsandbows.rocks.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to be a supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Brown Sugar is a locally owned and operated restaurant located in downtown Riverton. Their passion is coffee and locally sourced foods. Be sure to stop in for dinner service and look for a new menu coming soon. Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery. See them online at brownsugarcoffeeroastery.com or stop in at 203 East Main Street, Riverton.
Central Wyoming College has a new Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Early Childhood Education.
Being a teacher has always been a dream of mine.
This degree combines the academic, assessment, and classroom management content that students need to be successful in the classroom. Gain knowledge in how young children grow and develop physically and cognitively, and guide them to social and emotional development.
What I really like about the education program here at CWC is that we get a lot of classroom experience.
Make your way at
Thanks for joining us. This is live streaming coverage of Wolverine basketball from the Bill Strannigan Classic from Riverton High School.
32-12 at the break. Sheridan out in front. They led 16-5 at the end of one. They outscored Riverton 16-7 in the second stanza to build the 32-12 lead. Taking a look at our first half statistics on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Scoring-wise, pair of 10-point scorers right now for Sheridan. Allie Lagaki and Sydney Blue each have 10. 2 points for Ella Blue, Sam Spielman, Kaylee Chase, 3 for Addie Burgess, and for Jillian Metzel. And again, if you're just joining us and you're watching this on the Sheridan side of the equation, Brooke Larson went down in the first quarter with a left knee injury, it looked like, and has not returned. She's been on the bench with her knee in some ice right there. So try to keep you up to date on her progress as well for Coach Sullivan. On the Riverton side of the equation, Paisley Jackson, 5 points, 2 points apiece for Ella Judd, Haley Engstrom, and 3 points for We Too Cloudhorse. As they've been out-rebounded, Riverton has 18-12 in this first half. 4 rebounds each for Blue and Lagaki to lead Sheridan. Riverton's leading rebounder, Cloudhorse and Paisley Jackson with 2 rebounds apiece. Another timeout. We'll be back after we pay some bills, and we'll be back with more stats from the first half. 32-12 Sheridan, as we are live from Wolverine Gym on the County 10 Sports Network.
It's more than clocking in or collecting a paycheck. We are a network of caring professionals who want to be here, dedicated to serving our communities. We are Sage West Healthcare, our 2 campus hospitals in Riverton and Lander. We take pride in our region, our people, and our communities. Located in beautiful central Wyoming, filled with natural recreation in our own backyard. We are neighbors caring for neighbors, a community caring for its own. We are Sage West. We are recruiting the best, like you.
Hold up wide left. They don't have any.
Ensuring you never forget your best memories. but also protecting your future adventures. Tyler Watson and State Farm is a proud supporter of the current and future Riverton Wolverines.
Wide right, McGuffey back to pass, shows the ball, throws again, looking in the end zone is DeVries, touchdown, baby!
Find us on our website at insuringriverton.com or stop by our office at 618 East Washington Avenue to discuss protecting your future. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's time.
Your home for Wolverine basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM and on the County 10 YouTube stream.
Take a look at some first half shooting numbers in this ball game as we take a look for Riverton first. 4 of 13, 31%, 0 of 3 from the arc. They hit 4 of 6 free throws. 31%, again 4 of 13. They were outshot by 17 shots thanks to a bundle of turnovers by the Lady Wolverines. Sheridan 10 of 30, that's easy math, 33% there. 2 of 11 from the three-point line, 18%. They hit 10 of 14 free throws, did Sheridan, as they take a 32-12 lead on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Boys varsities were warming up at halftime as the Wolverine boys try to end a 6-game losing skid against the Sheridan Bronx, and we'll get into the history of that a little bit more, but Sheridan has also ended the season, the state championship hopes for the Wolverines the last 2 years as well. The boys game will be coming up next. I believe it will be Riverton basketball to begin the second half. We'll do that in 2. This is Wolverine basketball on the County 10 Sports Network. Sheridan up by 20 as we'll begin the second half.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals. Clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give him a call at 307-332-7184.
Porter's Supply Company in Riverton is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes here in Fremont County. Start your game day off right with the Porter's Pregame Show and get ready for action. Porter's has everything you need to heat your home this winter with the best selection of wood, gas, or pellet stoves. Good luck to all Fremont County teams from Porter's Supply Company. See Porter's Supply on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com.
RE/MAX All-Star Realtors are proud to sponsor sports across Fremont County for the 22-23 season. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors was founded in 1991 with the goal of doing real estate in a way that would make our clients' lives as easy and uninterrupted as possible. They've completed many transactions involving residential, commercial, vacant lots, farm and ranch, and investment properties, and can help you with any goal you might have regarding any of these today. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors, 938 West Main Street, Riverton. See them online at remaxriverton.com.
Your home for Wolverine basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM and on the County 10 YouTube stream.
See the pajama-clad student section behind. Well, it's going to be Sheridan basketball. So, yeah, there was 2 jump balls. Riverton got it to start possession, but it will be Sheridan basketball. Olivia heard me say that it was Wolverine basketball, but in fact it is not. It goes the other way. Sheridan playing without the services of Brooke Larson, who went down early, is driving the lane. Spielman ends up with it on the low block. She'll spin with the left hand. That will not drop, and Judd will get the rebound. Ella's first rebound of the night. Wolverines back the other way. Trailing by 20, give and go. Bradley underneath, shot off glass is good. Nice give and went right there. Bradley gets her first varsity bucket in a couple of years. Did play some as a sophomore, and here had to sit out last year. And good stick-to-itiveness to stay back out there with it by Bradley and to get the first 2 points of the game of the second half. That ball booted out of there as Macy Brown goes to the ground with Burgess and gets the arrow. Nice job by Macy. And that'll get the turnover, and it will be Wolverine basketball. Full court pressure out of the Lady Bronx, dressed in their road blues, the gold numbers and the gold trim. Riverton in their home white. That'll be a foul in the backcourt on Sydney Ballou. Her first personal foul. I got her for one. That's where I was missing the foul in the first half, Thomas. Got that straightened out. It's your second personal. 32-14. I'm going to blame you just because, Judd, you don't have a microphone to defend yourself. So Bradley, man-to-man defense by the Lady Bronx. Wolverines, as I mentioned, their home whites, cardinal numbers, black trim. Brown, 3 on the way, right side, clangs off the side of the backboard, and then the rim, and comes down into the hands of Addie Burgess. And then they'll promptly turn it over on the other end. 2 turnovers to start things off in the second half for Sheridan. Wolverines will break the press. Ella Judd for the layup, falls out, and it will be rebounded by Mitchell. Underneath, nice left hand, and a jump through by Ballou. Back to a 20-point lead, 34-14. Wolverines with a long pass, break the press to Engstrom. She'll drive baseline. Shut off there, throws it away, and it's going to stay Wolverine basketball, though, even though they did throw it away, as Ballou was the last one to touch it. She almost had a steal. A couple minutes into the second half, 34-14. Taking almost all 5 of the inbound 5 seconds was Engstrom. Does beat the count. Fegler to Bradley. Olivia left side to Haley Engstrom. She'll penetrate. It's in the paint. Scoop with the right hand is going to roll out. Ballou the rebound. 5 boards, 12 points for Sydney tonight. Rejected by Fegler, but rebounded by Ballou. And that ball goes out of bounds off of Sheridan. It'll be Wolverine basketball. Two in the quarter, but it was the 20-point first half that has set the Lady Bronx apart from the Wolverines here in this one at 34-14 on your Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Right side, Engstrom. Macy Brown. Pump fake to 3, finds Bradley, runs down the right side lane, 10-foot jumper, no good. Spielman the rebound, and she'll be fouled. Foul is whistled on Bradley. Olivia will pick up her first, and we'll get a timeout. I'm going to stay here, Thomas, so we can get some of these done. Scoreboard tonight brought to you by Fremont Therapy in Riverton and in Lander. For more than 25 years, Fremont Therapy has been Fremont County's leader in physical and occupational therapy. They're proud to support and provide experienced clinicians to support our athletes and families. Wishing all Fremont County teams the best of luck this basketball season. And thanks to Bailey Tire and Auto for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Bailey Tire and Auto in Riverton and Lander with a huge selection of every kind of tire you can think of to drive on this white slick stuff we've got running around outside in Fremont County. Check them out. Stick around for the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show coming up. 5:23 left in the third quarter on that Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Sydney Blue, by the way, number 1 for Sheridan, hiding out in the corner down there as his shot going to go up. She is the number 1 singles player on their tennis team, as Spielman's going to be fouled by Engstrom.
Riverton foul 13, Engstrom.
Haley Engstrom with her first of the night. Spielman going to the line. I mentioned to you, she was their leading scorer last year at 9 points a game and has 1 point here tonight and gets helped out by the vocal student section. Olheiser will check into the ball game for Brown. Brett Hoover and Jess Meeks, assistant coaches for Travis McIntosh in his 6th year. Spielman gets the 2nd. She has 3 points now. Does Sam. Lead is 21. The biggest has been 22. Wolverines will break the pressure. Paisley Jackson underneath. Banks it off glass and in. Nice pass from the blue line, if you will, hockey term, from McKay Fegler. Downloaded Paisley Jackson. Gets the bucket. Paisley has 5 of the Wolverines' 16. Drive. Paisley tried to take the charge. Nothing called as Ballou went to the rack and scored it. 14 for Sydney Blue. Riley Johnson gets told to check in by Coach McIntosh as the Wolverines will not throw it away. They'll say last touch by Sheridan. Riley will check in for Ella Judd. And again, Ella missing 6 games last year in concussion protocol after a trip to Green River and Evanston late in the season last year. Engstrom catches it on the inbound, deep in the right side corner. Lagaki on her. Riley bounces it at the feet, picked up by Fegler though in traffic. Olheiser to Jackson. Paisley goes baseline. She'll fire from 10. It's going to fall off the right side. Rebound by Engstrom. But then it's just taken away. Now it's a scrum. It's a scramble out there, and it's going to be picked up. And a jump ball called, and it should be Sheridan basketball, and is. Chase and Ella Ballou will check into the ball game. Chase for Spielman. Blue for Blue. 4:01 remaining in the third quarter. 21-point Sheridan advantage, 37-16. Appreciate you tuning in on County 10 on the YouTube channel and on 105.1 Jack FM. Right side elbow shot drained by Addie Burgess. 23-point lead, the biggest of the night for the Lady Bronx. They've outscored Riverton 7-4 here after posting a 7-point halftime lead. Olheiser, this is everything but the floor from the left side. Ball picked up by Burgess as that one was just left short by Gracie. Got a rejection on the other end though, as she'll pick that one up. And a tone, and Wolverines back the other way. 3-2 Cloud Horse will check in. Paisley Jackson just inside the 3-point line. Long rebound comes to McKay Fegler, and a travel violation will turn it over.
Substitution for Riverton 12, Cloud Horse.
Cloud Horse and Bradley in. Engstrom and Fegler out for Riverton. Three minutes left to play in the third quarter on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Nice crossover, nice position underneath by Burgess. Crossed up the guard, defending her out front, takes it to the rack, scores it. She has 7. 2:45 left to play in the third. Down by 25, the Wolverines now. Cloud Horse battling down low with Blue. Comes out to the outside. She'll get tripped up. Ouch. She goes down hard. She'll get back up. Ella blew the foul. Her second one of the night. Lob to Cloudhorse. To Jackson now. Paisley, right side, leading scorer for the Wolverines, has 5. Was the second leading scorer last year for the Wolverines. Nice move by Riley Johnson. Got a nice pick from Olivia Bradley, and Riley takes it to the hole and scores. Nice job on her behalf, using that pick by Olivia well to score. Burgess outside. Lagaki runs the arc, jump stop into the paint, steps forward. A lot of people wanting a travel call on that one, and did not get. I think, Thomas, you were of that lobbying variety for a travel as well. Lagaki scores. Nice move by Cloudhorse as she kind of yo-yoed around at the top. Got past her defender and off the bench. White House has 5. The bench has scored 14 of the Wolverines 20 tonight. Bradley fighting through a pick. Driving. Mitchell, shot off glass. Chase is good. Kaylee Chase has 4. Remember Robbie Ryan from Sheridan, went and played at Arizona State. Nice move by Paisley Jackson underneath. Can't finish it though. I'll finish my thought on Robbie Ryan coming up here on this side. Olheiser fell down. She's still down. And Blue knocks down the triple. And Gracie Olheiser is still down and hurt. On the right side, almost the same area where Olsen went down just a little while ago. Thanks for tuning in tonight to support RHS Sports. Our broadcasts are made possible by great sponsors like Gamble's on Main Street in Lander. Shane, the owner of Gamble's, has a truckload of furniture and appliances waiting just for you. Delivery is always free within 30 miles of the store, which includes all of Riverton, thanks to Myers Gamble's. Also, a big thank you to Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care for sponsoring this broadcast. The staff of their clinics in Lander and Riverton want to remind you to get those annual wellness visits. Make your appointment at Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care, and let's stay healthy together. Olheiser has been helped off the court. Riley Johnson has that ball knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. So we'll keep you up to date on the situation of Gracie Olheiser, as well as Brooke Larson. I said Olsen, but Brooke Larson went down for Sheridan in the first half and has not returned. We'll await the fate of Gracie as well. And Riverton has had their share of injuries. Jackson for 3 off the pass from Bradley. Knock it down. Assist Olivia. Trifecta, Paisley Jackson. She's got 8. Three to answer Chase. No good, but an offensive rebound by Ballou. Three-pointer there is no good, and a rebound by Olivia Bradley. First rebound of the day for Olivia. Riverton didn't put heights on their, I don't believe, either roster. I think the guys actually maybe do have heights, but girls did not put their heights. Bradley spinning in the paint, misses the shot. Burgess the rebound. 4 seconds left. Blue gathers it, fires the 3, not good at the conclusion of the third quarter. And we have played 3 from Riverton High School. 48-23, Sheridan out in front. We'll take a minute timeout. We'll be back after this. This is Wolverine basketball from County 10 Sports Network.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals. Clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont.
Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Don't miss any of the action for Wolverine basketball on County 10's YouTube channel.
Third quarter shooting, Riverton 5 of 13, Sheridan 7 of 14. Sheridan outscores Riverton 16-11, and they'll turn it over to begin the fourth quarter of basketball, will the Wolverines. 48-23, Sheridan out in front. Opening game of the year, Ryan Sullivan in his third season at Sheridan. Placed third his first year. They did not qualify for state last year. Coach McIntosh in his 6 years unfortunately hasn't gotten the Wolverines to state, as Savannah Morton into the ball game will commit the foul. Will be her second. Paisley Jackson has 8. Riley Johnson has 4. We2 Cloudhorse has 5. 17 points of their 23 have come off the bench tonight. So I wonder if there'll be some alteration to the starting lineups for game 2 tomorrow morning when they take on Pinedale. Lagaki's 3 hits the top of the backboard and comes into play, which is legal, but they get a traveling violation after the rebound and turn it over. Good looking student body in their pajamas tonight. Ugly sweater night, I think maybe Saturday. Not sure what tomorrow is. Maybe Christmas characters. Fegler's shot does not go. Rebound by Ella Ballou. 48-23. High post picked out of there by Leesburg. Nice play by the freshman. She's got a steal and a rebound. Macy Brown clears out as she'll give the ball to Fegler. Fegler up top to Cloudhorse. She'll go baseline, floating 8-footer is left short. Lagaki pulls down the rebound. And here come the Lady Broncs back the other direction. Blue lobs it into the paint to Sydney. She'll have that knocked out of her hands. Picked up by Brown. Boy, I thought maybe she got fouled. Referees, though, 25-point differential, letting a little bit go here as Fegler's going to run past Lagaki and score it. First bucket of the night and the year for the senior, McKay Fegler. Has broken both pinkies now. She broke one in junior high and the other one last year, she told me. So, first question I ask her every day I see her is, how's the pinky? And it's fine now, but I still got to keep asking. That was a travel violation by Lagaki. That will turn it over back to the Wolverines. 5 new Wolverines. Nope, 4 new Wolverines checking in. Judd stops at the coaching box. Johnson, Bradley, Jackson, and Engstrom will check in. So 3 juniors and 2 seniors on the court for RHS. Six minutes left to play in the ball game on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Jackson to Bradley. Engstrom for 3, looks on the mark, just short, and then Jackson is over the back on the rebound. And going to give the basketball to the Lady Broncs on what will be her 3rd personal foul, if I'm correct. Fourth team foul nonetheless, inside of 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sheridan will play Star Valley tomorrow at the Riverton Middle School as Lagaki's shot misses everything. Engstrom gets the rebound. Johnson to Fegler. McKay down the lane, shot too hard. Blew the rebound, Ella. Mitzel ends up with it. Underneath, turned by Spielman. That with a left hand doesn't drop, and Paisley Jackson comes away with a Wolverine board. Couple of trio of new Lady Broncs coming in as Paisley Jackson reigns from 3 again, her second 3 of the night. She's got 11 now. And again, the Wolverine bench has 20 of the 28 on the board for the night for RHS. Sidney Ballou throws it to Lagaki, about took the head off of a player. Lagaki from just inside the free throw line knocks it down. Biggest lead has been 28. They lead by 22 right now to the Lady Broncs. 4.5 remaining. Boys game coming up next. Jackson another three. That one bounces off the heel of the rim, and Lagaki will save it in bounds. And she'll get her 6th board of the night. Again, a quick post-game show that will, like I say, transition right into the pre-game show as Lagaki drives and scores. 16 for Ali Lagaki. 4 more new Wolverines set to check in. Final 4 minutes of the game. Engstrom gets free for 3, lets it fly. Back of the iron, long rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Sheridan. Will be Wolverine basketball. Last year, Riverton shot 21% from three-point land. They are 2 of 8 tonight, 25%. New Wolverines in. Brown, Leesburg, Cloudhorse, Judd, and Morton are the 5 that are in at the moment. Lob it up top to Cloudhorse. We two back outside to Morton now. Round. Cloudhorse penetrates into the paint, rises for a 10-footer, got it partially blocked. Taken away as getting that ball was Jenna Wilson, who has checked into the ball game. That shot no good by Sheridan. Cloudhorse the rebound. Wolverines back the other way, 3.5 left. Leesburg, the freshman, hands it back out to Brown. Now Judd. Ella, nice move, cuts into the paint and gets knocked to the floor end, and the ball knocks her on the noggin. And as I mentioned before, she's spent some time in concussion protocol last year. You don't want her knocked on the noggin. That ball went straight up in the air, and the foul is on Wilson. Her first, Ella Judd to the line. Judd had the field goal at the end of the first half. Her only points of the night. Free throw on the way is good. Second one is also good by Ella. 52-30. Sheridan out in front on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Ballou knocked away by Morton from behind into the hands of Leesburg. Good hustle play by the 2-time All-State soccer player who also played on the Wolverine football team this year, you remember, Savannah. Kicked a couple of PATs in some of the sub-varsity games, I do believe. Then she too got a concussion playing soccer during football season at a club event and had to sit out. Gracie Olheiser has come back to the Wolverine bench as Avery McMullen grabs a rebound on a miss by Ella Judd. Gracie hobbling on that right knee that she had a knee brace on to begin with, so you'll want to hope the best for her as that shot sails by Deblin Cole, no good, and Macy Brown the rebound. Wolverines playing out the final 2.5 of this one. Nice move by Judd again, kicks it up to Brown. Macy to Leesburg. Back down low. Leesburg gets it back at the elbow. Morton, cross-court pass to Brown, pump fakes. Scoots it out left side. Leesburg for 3. That one is in. Nice job. Kaylin Leesburg, the freshman off the bench, knocking down a triple. 1 for 2 on the night with 2 minutes left to play. Kaylin's mom, Jess, maiden name Bell, played for the DuBois Rams way back in the day, as there's a nice little step through by Jenna Wilson. Grandfather Tim Bell, who's the activities assistant with Reggie Miller, was the boys basketball coach at DuBois a number of years. So a little basketball running through the blood. Ella Judd for 3, in and out, stays out. And the rebound by Chase. Went on a trip to Australia and brought home the uniform idea that the DuBois Rams boys team had after that, with her dad coaching from Jess. Right side scoop shot no good by Deblin Cole, but she is fouled and she will go to the free throw line. Going to see Jackson and Engstrom checking back into the ball game for Riverton after this free throw by Deblin Cole. First is on the way, no good, front of the iron. 11 of 17 on the night is Sheridan from the free throw line, as Fegler will check in, Johnson will check in. Kind of a platoon method for Coach McIntosh. Judd, Brown, Cloudhorse, and Leesburg out. And again, I keep saying it, but the Wolverine bench has scored 23 of the 33 points as Cole gets the second free throw to go. 75 seconds left to play. Engstrom driving the lane, fouled as she gets knocked to the floor. Sheridan foul is on Kaylee Chase. First personal on her. Leading scorer tonight, Ali Lagaki with 16, Sydney Ballou with 14. Paisley Jackson has 11 to lead the Rustlers. Jackson will get more if she can get these from the free throw line, as she got mugged going through the middle of the paint on a foul by Avery McMullen. Jackson back to the line to shoot two. Riverton 6 of 8 from the free throw line today. And Paisley is outside of the shooting area. She was standing on the three-point line, and it's a lane violation, so they'll take away one of the free throws. Her heels were out on the three-point line. You must be in the all-black area, and she'll step into that one and knock it down. So I'm not going to count it, but it'll be interesting to see. I'm not going to count it as a miss, but it'll be interesting to see if it counted against her attempt. I guess it's going to have to, as Devlin Cole hits a three. Inside of a minute left. Yeah, it's going to have to count against her free throw mark. I don't want to put it on there, but Engstrom in traffic can't get that shot to drop. McMullen the rebound. Very quick read of stats and a very abbreviated Bailey post-game show as Engstrom gets fouled, and it's going to roll right into our Porter's MVS pregame show and an interview with head coach Bo Sheets in between games here. We'll also try to squeeze a couple of minutes worth of break in there as shot misses off to the side. Jackson gets the rebound. 30 seconds remaining. Paisley Jackson off the bench has 12, and a travel violation on Riley Johnson as she took off before she put the ball on the floor. 28 ticks left on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Tyler Watson, State Farm agent, proud supporter of Riverton Athletics. State Farm wants to protect your future. Stop in today, 618 East Washington Avenue, or go online at insuringriverton.com. Thanks to Tyler Watson. Pump fake shot by McMullen is good. 26-point lead. Their biggest has been 28. Johnson three-pointer off the front of the iron, no good, and that's how this game ends. 60 to 34, Sheridan victorious over the Riverton Lady Wolverines. We'll give you a quick rundown of the final stats after this 1-minute timeout. Your Bailey Tired Auto postgame show coming up next. Once again, 60-34, Sheridan wins here on the County 10 Sports Network.
Porter's Supply Company in Riverton is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes here in Fremont County. Start your game day off right with the Porter's Pregame Show and get ready for action. Porter's has everything you need to heat your home this winter with the best selection of wood, gas, or pellet stoves. Good luck to all Fremont County teams from Porter's Supply Company. See Porter's Supply on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com.
RE/MAX All-Star Realtors are proud to sponsor sports across Fremont County for the 22-23 season. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors was founded in 1991 with the goal of doing real estate in a way that would make our clients' lives as easy and uninterrupted as possible. They've completed many transactions involving residential, commercial, vacant lots, farm and ranch, and investment properties, and can help you with any goal you might have regarding any of these today. RE/MAX All-Star Realtors, 938 West Main Street, Riverton. See them online at remaxriverton.com.
Final score once again, 60-34. Sheridan defeats the Lady Wolverines of RHS. They win by 26, and quickly some final scoring numbers on the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. Ali Lagaki 16, Sydney Blue at 14. 7 points for Addie Burgess, 5 points for Ella Blue. Kaylee Chase and Devlin Cole each had 4. Spielman, their leading scorer from a year ago, held to 3. Avery McMullen had 2. Jillian Metzel had 3. Brooke Larson again left the game with an injury in the first quarter, so we wish her the best. And on the other side, Paisley Jackson had 12. We Two Cloudhorse had 5. You're looking at 4 from Ella Judd, 3 from Taylin Leesburg, 2 from Ailey Engstrom, 4 from Riley Johnson, 2 from Olivia Bradley, and 2 from McKay Fegler. And I guess one of the stats of the night is that the Riverton bench had 24 of their 34 points tonight. So the starting 5 coming up with just 10 points on that. And again, will be interesting to see if the starting lineup changes a bit tomorrow for Coach McIntosh. We'll talk with him at halftime of the boys game that is coming up. 60-34 is your final. Stay with us when we return, an interview with head coach Bo Sheets as we'll transition back to the pregame show. This has been your postgame show brought to you by Porter's Mountain View Supply.
Elevate Rehab in Lander is a proud sponsor of sports in Fremont County. Elevate offers physical and occupational therapy and specializes in hand therapy. Elevate Rehab also offers one-on-one personalized treatment for every patient. Their dedicated team of highly skilled and specialized therapists will help you on your journey back to better health and mobility. Elevate Rehab, 535 East Main, Suite D in Lander.
Fremont Therapy Group has been a proud supporter of Wyoming athletics for more than 25 years. Locally owned by therapists, Fremont values commitment to professionalism and community. With specialized training and one-on-one service, they get you back to doing what you love. Whether you need rehab for an injury from a sports-certified specialist or therapy from the only certified hand therapist in Fremont County. With 6 locations in western Wyoming, they provide aquatic therapy, dry needling, and women's health therapy. To find out more about Fremont Therapy Group or schedule an appointment, go to fremonttherapy.com.
Back on the Porter's pregame show as we segue out from the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show, the ladies game, talking with boys head coach Bo Sheets, and just kind of the same question I asked Travis. Wish we had more time, but tired of playing ourselves as well.
Yeah, I've kind of related it to having kids. You're never fully ready, but it's great when it gets here. And so very excited to play some different teams. You know, the boys are very competitive, almost to a fault at times, and so it'll be fun for them to all join forces and kind of have a common opponent for once.
Looking at returners, you're missing Tanner, you're missing Lucas, you're missing Derek. I mean, the 3 very important cogs of last year's team on that. And if I'm forgetting somebody else, I greatly apologize for that. But just off the top of my head, that. But you got a lot of returning people coming back. Parker, your leading scorer as the sophomore, and Jason and Cade. And then you get another one added in Nathan and younger kids that came up. And I think I probably named the whole thing. But the makeup of your team this year as you look at it. And I guess the style of play may be changing a little bit too.
Yeah, it's kind of out of necessity a little bit. You lose different players every year, so you have to be able to adjust a little bit, or they've got to fit into the program. And so for us, we kind of try to adjust to fit our players' kind of strengths and things we need to work on. And so very excited about it. Yes, we're going to get up and down the court, maybe a little bit more offensively. Defensively, we need to have great ball pressure and kind of 5 guys, connected is the word we like to use on defense. We don't have the shot blocker in the middle this year, so that's going to, change things. We did find out a lot of what Lucas did was erasing kind of other kids, and so very excited to see where we're at, collectively. New guys coming up, old guys kind of stepping in again, so it's going to be exciting.
Specifically, I think you and I could have a 40-minute pregame show just because I have an inside source at home that I eat dinner with every night. But, we're going to be the shorter team night in, night out. And like you said, the change is out of necessity.
Yeah, and that's not always a bad thing. You look at the NCAA tournament, oftentimes, the guard-centered teams do really well. And so to have ball handlers, it kind of takes away teams' ability to press you as much. If you can shoot, if you can spread it, now they've got to guard you as well. My biggest concern is just on the the defensive rebounding, not giving up those offensive boards, and the rest of it I think is going to be a challenge for the other teams to have to guard us as well.
And defense was something you guys hung your hat on last year, and I would assume that will be similar this year.
Yeah, we were fortunate to lead all of 4A in points given up and in blocks, and so it would be fun to kind of have that same makeup this year. But until the game starts, it's going to be tough to tell, and again, that's the exciting part about it.
3 quick questions left. Cade talks about very spirited, very competitive practices with this group, which is double-edged sword, but so far a good thing.
I think it's a great thing. One of the things I like to push our kids to is kind of being on the verge of getting into that fist fight, but not doing it. And so to be super competitive in practice, you've been around teams where they kind of give their brother-in-law treatment. They don't really go hard. They're just kind of going through the motions. That's not this team. It's quite the opposite. And so at the end of practice, we've really made it a focal point to really hug it up. Everybody shake hands. You're now back on the same team, and so I've enjoyed that. Hopefully that transitions into our games.
What do we know about Sheridan? Are we even worried about that at this point? I mean, they've 0-6, I think, in the last 4 years against those guys. They've put you to the losers bracket the last 2 years at state. You got a score to settle, but it's still December at the same time.
It is. They've lost a lot of their returning starters and points and rebounds and all that good stuff. So very new team for them coming in, but yet both teams are still wearing the same colors. You kind of have that memory of losing to that team at certain times. And, they've had some Division I players in basketball the last couple of years. And, they don't have those returning kids, but they have good players. So it'll be kind of like us, kind of see who fills those roles. Not really as worried about them as much as it is about us.
Last question, and that is the conditioning of playing 4 games in 3 days to start off a basketball season.
Yeah, you want those extra games. We're a little deeper this year, just 1 through 12. Everybody can kind of step on the varsity court and not see a big drop off, and so I'm hoping that helps us. We are not in game shape yet, which I don't think the other teams are probably going to be, end of season shape either. So again, hopefully to get quite a bit of rotations. We want our guys to play extremely hard, and then get somebody in for you for a couple minutes, and then the next guy go in.
All right. Anything I've missed?
I think you're good. We've missed a lot. Again, we'll see how these first games go, but it's always fun and exciting. We love the Strannigan tournament.
About to get it tipped off. Sheridan versus Riverton. Bo, thanks. We'll talk to you when it's over.
All right. Thank you.
Sheridan versus Riverton, the boys lid lifter of the Strannigan Classic varsity-wise. We'll give you starting lineups and tip it off. It is Sheridan versus Riverton next on the County 10 Sports Network.
Hearing Center supports patient hearing health care with a superior standard of practice for our Wyoming families, and we are proud to sponsor sports and student athletes all across Fremont County. High Country Hearing Centers has been serving Wyoming's hearing health care needs since 1979. High Country Hearing Centers will always provide superior hearing instrument technology and standard of care practices to help you stay connected with family and help you maintain a more active and healthier Wyoming lifestyle. Make an appointment today in Lander at 1460 West Main or in Rock Springs at 514 Broadway.
Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care support Fremont County athletics. We are a locally owned, multi-specialty healthcare group that is proud to serve the Lander and Riverton communities. Our goal is to provide convenient quality care for all ages. We offer a wide array of services including family and internal medicine, pediatrics, women's care, and urgent care. Additionally, we have on-site labs, echocardiograms, stress tests, x-ray, and ultrasound in both communities. Lander Medical Clinic.
Keeping you connected with Wolverine basketball. We are the County 10 Sports Network.
Getting ready for the Sheridan Broncs and the Riverton Wolverines in the boys game, the starter of the season for this team, as head coach Bo Sheets in his 6th season, assisted by the Wiley veteran Dick Quayle, also Pat Patterson, and also you have a couple of helpers out there in Alec Richardson out of that 2017 state championship team, and D1 long jumper at the University of Wyoming, and of course Kurt Paxton out there as well for another year. Last year Riverton was 21-6 conference and regional champions and back-to-back 4A consolation champions, but the team that sent them to the losers bracket twice at state is across the gym tonight in blue and gold. Welcome into the 29th meeting since 2006 of Riverton and Sheridan. Riverton is lost 6 in a row to Sheridan. They're 9-19 against them in those previous 28 meetings. And the Wolverines, maybe looking to exact a little revenge, but it's so much different, the two teams. Let's take a look at starters first. For Sheridan and head coach Jeff Martini is Cale Hamrick, a 6-foot junior, averaging 6 points, 3 rebounds last year, played all 27 games. His dad, the former high school wrestling coach at Sheridan, so now playing basketball. So you wonder how the conversations go in that house on the basketball wrestling. Jake Woodrow, a 6'3 senior, played 9 games last year. Garrett Spielman, a 6'5 junior, played 15 games. Mark Gilbert, a 5'8 senior, played 7 games. And Raider Tomlinson, number 25 at 6'1 senior, played 10 games. So a lot of unproven commodity in the Sheridan Bronx. On the other side, for your homestanding Wolverines, number 0 is Jason Vincent. He averaged 5 points and 3 rebounds. He played all 27 games and led the conference in steals, a second-team all-conference selection, Jason Vincent. Number 1 getting the start, the junior tonight, is Derek DeVries. Number 5, a senior, getting his second varsity start ever, is Cade Gabrielson. He was averaging 4 points a game, shot 34% from three-point land. Parker Paxton, the all-conference performer, the junior, the leading scorer from a year ago at 13 points a game. Parker wears number 12. And then welcoming back to the court after his freshman year, he didn't play his sophomore or junior year, but Nathan Hutchison, the senior, back on the varsity court for Riverton. Last year, Riverton had a 14-game winning streak going into state, where they ran into the Sheridan Buzzsaw and lost by 25 at Sweet Erickson Thunderbird Gym. So we'll see how this one transpires here today, as DeVries will step into the midcourt circle against Garrett Spielman. And the boys' season is underway as Spielman will knock it back to Woodrow. And Sheridan will have first crack at it. Wolverines' top defensive team in the state by scoring last year, hanging their hat on defense as they're out in a man-to-man. Gabrielson and Hutchison almost get a steal. Spielman throws it away. Derek DeVries steps in front of it. Turnover number 1 on the Bronx. And then Gabrielson's layup going to be blocked by Woodrow. And then Sheridan will turn it over again, as losing that ball is Mark Gilbert. Spielman, tall drink of water out there. They list him at 6'5", and you're going to see Riverton be the shorter team almost all season long. The exception may be, I'm going to say it probably all season long, even against Pinedale tomorrow. Parker Paxton launches from 15, left it short. Rebound by Raider Tomlinson. Wolverines 0 for 2, tried to take advantage of those first 2 turnovers of the ball game. Woodrow to Spielman, back to Woodrow. Hutchison in his face. Gabrielson working on Hamrick. Back up top, Woodrow won't shoot it. Spins, throws it into the Wolverine bench. It's taken away by Ty Sheets. Unfortunately for Sheridan, he's on the bench right now, and that will be a turnover. 3 turnovers to start the season for Coach Jeff Martini, and they talked about it. A lot of new faces out there. I mentioned how many varsity games they played last year and how that will translate into when they get out there on the field now. Man-to-man, Spielman guarding Gabrielson, 5-on-5. Gabrielson more of a guard, Spielman more of a 5-player defender, so we'll see how far he comes out on him. DeVries penetrates. He's going to take it to the rack, scoop with the right hand, got his own rebound, puts it up and in. That's a nice little move you see in a game of 21. Got to bounce it off the rim to yourself and knock it in. DeVries in a Wolverine 2-0 advantage on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. 1.5 minutes into the ball game. From Wolverine Gym, John Gabrielson, Thomas Dent, Raylan Mong with us. There's a travel violation. That's on Spielman.
She's good. They think it's because she dislocated her knee earlier. So it's just she probably finished ripping one of the tendons.
Thank you. Give you a pause for a minute talking with Jake Olheiser about his daughter Gracie, who went down. We'll get you up to date on that, as DeVries going to go to the rack again, and he's going to be fouled and will go to the line on the block. Trying to take that block, I believe Mark Gilbert going to be the guilty party. He is. First team foul. And good aggressive move by Derek DeVries. Coach Sheets liked this team. He said we're about 10 or 11 deep and without much falling off. And DeVries out there aggressive to start things off, has the first 3 points of the basketball game. and he will shoot another. Riverton last year was 65% from the free throw line. Derek was 58%. He'll be below that average here as he misses that one. Hamrick goes up high for the rebound. Not sure if Corey would be watching. His father knew him from his University of Wyoming wrestling days. Say hello to him. Thank you to all you Sheridan Bronx tuning in on the County 10 Sports Network. Spielman for three, good, and ties the game. Garrett Spielman, three-pointer. He shot 8 of 32 from three-point line last year at 25%, and he knocks his first one of the year down here. Paxton, he'll launch a three to answer, in and out, stays out. Gabrielson battling in there for the rebound. He'll get it knocked off of a, nope, it's going to be called off Cade. I thought he knocked it off of a Bronc, but they'll say it's off of Gabrielson, and we'll give it back. 3-3 our score, pajama night for these Riverton student body. Spielman throws it away. 5 turnovers already in the first 3 minutes for the Sheridan Bronx. Wolverines haven't made him pay on it as of yet. Vincent got Gilbert on him. Throws it to the baseline. Back up top. There's Parker on the left side. That triple is good. The junior 3-time state golf champion birdies that one from 3 on the left side. Is that even Eagles it? Aces it? I gotta get rid of the golf analogies, I guess, but Parker knocks it in. Sheets and Hauk will check in. Hamrick deep 3 over Gabrielson is good. He was out of the Wolverine paw on that one, and Hamrick ties us up for a second time at 2 apiece. Driving, Parker misses with the left hand, and the rebound taken away by the Bronx. They'll come the other direction. Hamrick again in the corner for 3, no good, and DeVries will go get the rebound. Long pass up ahead. Parker for 3, left that one short. And Gabrielson over the back of Spielman is going to get called for the foul. Cade will pick up his first, team first. Substitutions, DeVries and Hutchison come out. Hunter Hauk and Ty Sheets will check in for Riverton. Ty, well, both juniors, in fact. Also going to get a new Bronc out there, and Connor Bateson has checked into the game. And also Cash McMeans has come in. They'll just turn it over again. 6 turnovers has Coach Jeff Martini beside himself on the low block. Hunter Hauk, bank it up and in. I didn't see who gave him the dish, but Hunter Hauk with the bucket. Instant offense off the bench. First 2 points for Hunter of the varsity basketball season this year. 8-6, lob down low. Shot is good by Raider Tomlinson on a nice entry pass from the outside. 8-8 the score. Tied for a 3rd time. Gabrielson back to Vincent. Jason takes off down the low block, and he gets called for a double dribble. That is the first Wolverine turnover of the night, as after a quick break, Hutchison and DeVries will check in for Gabrielson and Vincent. 3rd tie of the night, 8 apiece. Tied at 2-5 and now 8. As Connor Bateson walks it across the timeline. Truman DeGrange into the game. He'll throw it away. That is the 2nd time they have done that in that exact same scenario. That is already 7 first half turnovers on the Sheridan Bronx. Jeff Martini in his 7th year, runners up in 18, 3rd place last year, while they lost in the game for 3rd place last year. DeVries underneath, throws it up top. Parker gets it back. He'll fly for 10. It's going to not go in, but he is fouled. As he came down, he'll go shoot a couple. Parker shot free throws very well last year as Cash McMeans gets the foul. Parker shooting free throws last year, if I get on the right score sheet, 95 out of 111. That's 86%. 95 out of 111 free throws he made last year, and he's 1 for 1 this year. And the Wolverines have a 9-8 lead. Riverton has not trailed in this ball game, but we have seen 3 ties. Parker The lefty has verbaled to the University of Colorado for golf, probably knowing that Deion Sanders was going to get the football job there. 10-8 Wolverines back out in front by a bucket. Wilson back to Hamrick, gets jumped in a double team, pump fake by DeGrange. Haswell is checked into the ball game. Baseline, Hamrick. I'd worked myself out of the 30-second clock. They're going to get an offensive foul away from the basketball. I believe it's Haswell. It is. Alex Haswell will pick up his first. That'll be the 8th turnover of the night for the Bronx as Spielman will check back in. Draven Monroe checking in for the first time. Dre had great minutes, got better and better as the year went on last year. Draven just a junior. Gabrielson and Vincent back in with DeVries and Hutchison as Sheets, Hauk, and Paxton will come out. First break of the night for Parker. He has 5 of the 10 points for the Wolverines. DeVries out to Vincent. Penetrates, gets it back out. Now Hutchison yet to pull the trigger on his first shot till now. He'll bank it off glass and in. I'm sure that's just what he thought he would do. Let me shoot this 15-footer and shoot it 17 feet and bank it in, but it's a bucket nonetheless, 12-8. Welcome back to varsity basketball, Nathan Hutchison. Ball batted away by DeVries, but right back into the hands of McMeans. Inside of 2 minutes left to play first quarter. Right side, 15-footer, no good. Gabrielson the rebound. Here comes Cade and the Wolverines. They want to push tempo this year. Going to be the smaller team. Going to find an advantage, perhaps wearing out the other team with their tempo. McMeans with pretty good defense out there. Draven Monroe underneath, knocked to the floor. He'll shoot a pair. Nice job by Dre. Got himself underneath. And that foul is going to go against Haswell. That's his second. He's going to maybe come out as Hamrick will come in after this free throw. Dre Monroe, junior, as I mentioned, he led the, I think the JV took 26 charges last year, and he took 13 of them. Taking charges defensively for Draven Monroe. I have that written down somewhere. He took 12 of their 26 charges last year. That's still pretty remarkable. Haswell comes out with those 2 personal fouls. Hamrick is back in. Second free throw skims off the bottom of the rim. 5-point lead, their biggest, 13-8. 80 seconds remaining in the first quarter on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Cash McMeans back over to DeGrange. Now Hamrick with it. Vincent on him defensively. Wolverines in a man-to-man. Riverton in their home whites, Sheridan their road blues. A minute left to play here on 105.1 Jack FM. Hamrick again. Scoots it back out. DeGrange to Hamrick. Good Wolverine defense. Spielman long three is short off the iron. Got his own rebound, and then he's fouled. Saw his sister Sam play in the girls' game. That foul whistled against Dre Monroe. Number 1 on Draven. Second team foul, and Spielman to the line. Last year, Sheridan was 63% from the free throw line. Spielman only shot 5 free throws in varsity play a year ago, and he hit 3 of them. Mark Gilbert back into the game. DeVries is out. Paxton is in for Riverton. As Gilbert is checked back in, and Sheridan matching up who they've got in the man-to-man when they come back down the floor. Spielman's second opportunity is good. Cuts the lead to 4. Full court pressure by Hamrick. Inside of a minute left to play in the first quarter on that Fremont Therapy scoreboard, and Hamrick gets called for the hand check on Paxton. First personal, 5th team foul on the Sheridan Bronx. 3 ties in the first quarter. No lead changes other than the first one when Riverton took the opening lead on the bucket by Derek DeVries. 40 seconds left. Parker gets in a double team, throws it behind Gabrielson. They'll turn it over. Just the second TO of the night. Down the other way, DeGrange off glass is good. Nice move by Truman as he gets free and knocks it down. He's a sophomore listed at 5'11". And then Gabrielson throws it away, but Unfortunately for him, Spielman couldn't handle the prosperity, and he turns it over. Third turnover on Riverton, ninth turnover on Sheridan, even though it was pretty much a wash. You still got to put it in the books, I guess, right? 20 seconds left. Wolverines probably hold for the final shot of the first quarter. Parker in the backcourt. Count is on now. He'll run it across the timeline with 10 seconds left to shoot. Man-to-man, trying to get out of that double team. I think they're in a zone now as that ball gets batted out of bounds. They'll stay Riverton basketball. I think they're in a 1-2-2 zone now. They'll get it to Hutch. 3 seconds left. He'll lose the handle on it. Half-court shot is just short by Gilbert at the buzzer. We've played 1 quarter of basketball. It's Riverton 13, it's Sheridan 11. Second quarter on the way on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. This is Wolverine basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
Gales Carpet Floor and Home is happy to support student athletes in sports across Fremont County. Gales Carpet One Floor and Home has been a Fremont County fixture for decades, specializing in flooring, window coverings, and cabinets, as well as the professional certified installation of those products. Stop into Gales Floor and Home today at 220 East Main Street, Riverton, or see them online at galescarpet1riverton.com.
Tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no...
Catch the game on your phone or the comfort of your home living room. Wolverine basketball is streaming on County 10's YouTube channel all season long.
13-11 after 1. Riverton out in front. Riverton would shoot 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the arc. They did it 4 of 6 free throws. Sheridan 4 of 7, 57%, but they shot 3 less because of turnovers. 2 of 4 from the arc, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. It will be Wolverine basketball to begin the second period on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. 13-11. Wolverines out in front. Paxton working defensively on him as Woodrow as he'll get it out to DeVries. Gabrielson, Vincent, and Hutchison, the starting 5 for the Wolverines. As DeVries' shot falls off, Woodrow with the rebound. Second rebound of the night for Jake Spielman. Long, lanky body gives it back over to Woodrow. Wolverine defense twice held teams to 3 points in a half last year. Jackson and Evanston held Lander scoreless in a quarter as Spielman misses the 3. Paxton high for the rebound. Long pass up ahead. Nate gets it, stumbles a bit. Hutchison in traffic, flips it away, and Spielman takes it out of his hands. Turnover number 5 on the Wolverines. 13-11. Gabrielson almost knocks that one away. Ball going to go booted off of Gilbert. It should be Wolverine basketball and is. Good hustle by Spielman and Gilbert, though. It just comes off the foot of Gilbert out of bounds. Mark tried everything he could there. And we're going to see Eli Lucas check into the ball game for Nate Hutchison. Eli played very well in the JV game, junior. And he will check into the contest. Spielman on Gabrielson playing point guard as Cade has it pilfered. Wow. Spielman just took it away, finds Hamrick. He will score and one. What you want to see out of your point guard when the 6'5" kid takes it away from him and goes to the other end and scores. DeVries trying to stop the bucket by Hamrick. Can't. Tied for a 4th time. First opportunity for a Sheridan lead tonight with Hamrick at the line. He was a 54% free throw shooter last year, and he buries the first. Sheridan's first lead of the night. 14-13 the score. Ball booted. Will stay. Wolverine basketball. Quick 3-0 start to the second quarter by the Sheridan Broncs. Little half-court trap coming. Gabrielson gets it to Paxton. Parker in the corner to Lucas. Eli back up top, DeVries. Derek played quarterback for the Wolverine football team this year. He'll take it to the baseline. Lucas up top. Gabrielson launches the three. Count it. Gabrielson's first trifecta of the varsity season this year. And he'll give Riverton back the lead at 16-14 with 6:20 left to play. First half. Corner, Gilbert. Woodrow over Paxton. That's good. Well, that was right on angle with us where we were sitting, and that one looked good with minute and left his hand, and it hits the bottom of the net. Parker gets tangled up with Woodrow. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball. And they'll give the ball to Sheridan. I think a lot of people in the gym in disbelief. They called the jump ball out of that. And that'll be the 7th turnover on the Wolverines. Gabrielson, Lucas, and Vincent come out. Looked like Parker about had his head taken off on that. Hey, we have instant replay. Have we even used that tonight? I just thought about that. We have that, but not now. 17-16, Sheridan on top. Tomlinson outside Gilbert to Hamrick. Hutchison gets in his face. Hamrick floats through the lane. A little 8-foot floater is good by Hamrick. Sheridan's biggest lead of the night now of 3. Hutch, left side. Hutch has it knocked away by Hamrick, taken away. And Hamrick will go the distance and be fouled by Paxton. Paxton runs into a youngster underneath the hoop as they were crossing in the mix of cheerleaders down there. Pinned the kid to the weight room wall down there. And Parker will commit his first as he's going to make Hamrick earn this from the line. What a turn of events there. Wolverines thought they had a possession with a jump ball, and then all of a sudden it turns into a lot of points on the other side. 9-3 run by Sheridan here in the second quarter. They have a 20-16 advantage. Second one, Hamrick is good. He's 3 for 3. He's got 10 points. Hamrick pretty much the only one with a lot of varsity time as he played every game of the year last year for Sheridan. DeVries off glass, misses, and Woodrow comes away with a rebound. Right side, Hamrick. Younger brother played the JV game. Flip it out to Spielman. Now Woodrow with it. Lob down underneath. And a foul on Hauk fronting him. Hunter will pick up his first personal. 5th team foul on the Wolverines. 5 on both teams, in fact. See Darren Davidson check into the ball game. Darren transferred in. His father, former Casper College headman Joel Davidson. He's just a junior as Darren. DeVries will check out. Gabrielson and Vincent will come in. Paxton will get a breather. And again, Riverton not real tall. Cade 6'1". Eli Draven maybe in that same territory, their tallest players. 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Hamrick in a 5-point lead, rises for 15. Bank it in and count it. Hamrick has 12. 7-point Sheridan lead, their biggest of the night now. 4 lead changes, 4 ties. Sheets into the ball game as well. He'll hook that ball to Vincent. Very physical defense you would expect from Sheridan. That 4A North Conference that Riverton used to play in way back in the day. A very physical conference. Jason gets free in traffic, gets rejected by Woodrow and taken away. Good block by Jake Woodrow. Davidson. Back to Woodrow. Cross-court pass. Tomlinson back up top to Gilbert. Now Hamrick. He'll fire a 3 over Sheets. That one's no good. Good box out by Hunter Hauk. And he'll pull down his first rebound of the night. Wolverines need a bucket. Hutchison delivers. 3-pointer on the right side angle. Nate Hutchison, his first varsity trifecta. Cuts the lead to 4. Midway through the second period on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. 23-19, Sheridan out in front. Hamrick, nice quick move. He'll take it to the rack and score. Boy, a little shimmy at the top, and Hamrick with a great first move, and he's already got 14 in this ball game. Hutchison back up top to Sheets. Gabrielson at the high post. Back up to Vincent, back to Gabrielson. Pump fake. We didn't take it to the rack. Instead goes out to Sheets for three. His three is no good, and Gabrielson over the back is going to get called for the foul, his second.
Riverton foul 5.
Good rebound by Davidson. And again, we've not used a timeout in this first half, which surprises me given the fact that you're going to play 4 games in 3 days. We haven't seen a TO to kind of keep those legs fresh down the stretch of this one here tonight. Didn't see it in the girls' game either. Tomlinson. Ball poked out of there by Vincent, taken away by Paxton. They'll call him for a travel. Wow. Usually loose ball situations, especially when you're kind of tied up with another player. They'll call the travel violation, so each team will turn it over. Evening out in the turnover category now, 11 on Sheridan, 9 on Riverton. Brody Dale into the ball game for the first time, along with Draven Monroe has just checked in. 3:15 left. Back door underneath, and an offensive foul called. Setting an illegal screen underneath is going to be whistled on Cash McMeans. Second personal on Cash. And a 12th turnover on the Sheridan Bronx. 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Wolverines trail by 6. Parker partially blocked, and Hamrick comes away with it. Long lead pass underneath, and travel violation. No, is he out of bounds? Is it a foul? It's going to be a foul on Parker. Paxton's second personal foul.
Riverton foul 12. Paxton.
7th team foul. That'll be free throws upcoming for Truman DeGrange as Gabrielson and Woodrow check back in for their respective teams. Parker will come out with a second personal foul now. You wonder if we'll see him for the final 2:54 of the first half. Parker pretty heady, high IQ basketball and stay out of trouble. We'll get a timeout. We'll stay here though. Thanks to Porter's Supply Company in Riverton for supporting our broadcast today. Winter is here, and you need to get that wood, gas, or pellet stove tuned up if you haven't already got it running. They've got everything you need from new installs to supplies and accessories. Porter's on North Federal in Riverton and online at portersmvs.com. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care, another proud sponsor of Fremont County Sports. Don't forget to make that appointment for your annual wellness visit at the clinic. Thank you to Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care for supporting youth athletics. And remember, let's stay healthy together. And big thanks to Wind River Internet for providing our web stream tonight on the County 10 YouTube channel. Also for Maven for their optical assistance, especially during the football season. Maven Binoculars helping bring you this ball game. I haven't used the buttocks yet tonight, but doesn't mean I don't need to. Thomas Dent III, my technical director. Raylan Mong is our camera person high atop the gym tonight. Going to put Peyton Stevens to work tomorrow. Riverton High School sophomores. Raylan's going to head back to Cody for the winter break for the CWC classes, provided I give her a good grade. And that's a no-brainer. I will certainly. I can't talk about grades. That's a FERPA violation. Truman DeGrange free throw is no good, and the rebound taken away by DeVries. Wolverines trail by 6. Gabrielson throws it off the arm of a defender and picked up by Davidson. Another turnover on the Wolverines. Those turnovers have evened out. There were a lot early by Sheridan. Now a lot lately. Spielman goes to the rack. Gabrielson tried to take a charge. They called nothing on anybody. And the rebound by Draven Monroe. Gabrielson back to Vincent. Vincent underneath, shot off glass, misses. And Woodrow the rebound for Sheridan. Jake has 5 rebounds to go along with his 3 points tonight. DeGrange to Spielman. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. We'll have a quick interview with Travis McIntosh and or a player at the halftime of this ball game. We'll also try to work in some stats, and we got to try to play some commercials as well. There's a steal by Monroe as he pickpockets Spielman. Draven's going to go the distance, stops, banks, misses. Brody Dale the rebound. Three-pointer DeVries. That one's off the mark. And it's going to be Wolverine basketball. Brody got the rebound. Hamrick going to check back into the contest for the Bronx. Vincent out. Hutchison and Paxton back in. Dale will exit. Gabrielson, Monroe, and DeVries will stay on. 1:41 left. Sheridan's out rebounded Riverton as Hutch takes the three on the inbound. It's no good. Woodrow another rebound. 6 on the night for Jake. 90 seconds left. One hand push to the near side. Cash throws it away. Monroe comes out of the pack with it, but Woodrow ends up with it at the midcourt line. Woodrow. Again, another pickpocket by Monroe. DeVries one-on-one. Hamrick takes it to the rack and scores it. DeVries has 5, and the Wolverines within 4 with 1:08 left to play in the first half. Nice move by Derek. Davidson comes off a pick, finds Hamrick. He'll run the arc to the top. Good switch defensively by the Wolverines in their man-to-man defense. Throw it almost behind Hamrick. He'll glove it back in. Deep in the corner, McMeans for 3. No good, but Davidson will come down with a rebound. Another 3 is no good, but now Woodrow another rebound. Taking it to the hole and scoring is Truman DeGrange. I think I called him McMeans a couple of times. It's DeGrange wearing number 1. Gabrielson runs past his man, flips it back out. Parker for 3. That one's off the mark, but Dre Monroe with the offensive rebound, and then he'll throw it away. In the pack, out of the pack comes DeGrange. 12 seconds left. Hamrick scoots it out. Woodrow for 3. That one misses the mark. And then it's going to go off of McMeans. Wolverines will get it. Sheridan 10 of 19 from the field, 3 of 10 from the arc. Wolverines are 3 of 9 from three-point land. 4 seconds left. Gabrielson will get it into DeVries. Clock didn't start. It started late. They're going to get extra seconds. Parker for a wild 3. Put back by DeVries. They'll count it, but it probably never should have because the clock didn't start for about a second and a half. Wolverines will take it. And again, I watched DeVries run to midcourt without that clock running, and it ends up being basically a Wolverine bucket on a putback. And it's a 4-point game as we head to the intermission. We'll talk Wolverine girls basketball coming up. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll give you some stats and more. At the break, Sheridan 27, Riverton 23. This is Wolverine basketball from the Bill Strannigan Memorial Basketball Classic on the County 10 Sports Network.
Fremont Toyota of Lander is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes all across Fremont County. When you're looking for a vehicle, whether it's new or used, Fremont Toyota has got you covered with the best inventory across the state of Wyoming. Experience the Fremont Toyota difference. From service to the sale, let the professional staff take care of you and drive off happy knowing you made the right choice. Stop into 103 Fremont Way on the Wild West end of Lander and get your vehicle picked out today.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing.
Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Don't miss any of the action for Wolverine basketball on County 10's YouTube channel.
Back at the half, Riverton trailing Sheridan 27-23. We're with Travis McIntosh, head coach of the RHS girls. Fell tonight 60-34, and I guess I'll just turn it over to you, Coach, and let you give your assessment of what you saw in your first 32 minutes of basketball in the year.
Yeah, early I just think we had a case of the nerves and just didn't take care of the basketball really that well as much as we'd like to. Then we just got flat out kicked on the boards. You know, we gave up tons of offensive rebounds, and that's really the tail of the tape is the offensive boards and for Sheridan, because, you know, even if we don't give up 5 of those, it's only a 10-point lead at halftime. You always feel like you're in it still when you're 10 behind. You know, when you're down 20, you're digging yourself out of a hole.
You did see some bright spots, though, definitely. Tell us about those.
Oh, yeah, definitely some bright spots. Mostly second half, we started to kind of get in a groove a little bit. Saw some offensive, some kids taking it to the basket, not just settling for the first option, and that we were running some offense. I like what we were doing on the defensive end, too, a little bit. We're a little late with our rotations and help side, but that's something we can clean up. It's not going to be perfect night one,
You look at Cloud Horse comes in, plays very well for you off the bench. I thought the freshman Leesburg come in and played very well. Paisley off the bench, your leading scorer. In fact, your bench 24 of your 34 points tonight.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they can do. So, and that's an exciting part that we're just going to continue to build on.
Look ahead quickly to tomorrow, and you've got Pinedale first, 10 a.m. here at the gym. A team that has struggled as of late, but they've had some All-Staters on their team. They've got some kids that can play. Then you'll come back and play Laramie. I guess talk about the approach to games tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be similar. We're going to get up and we're going to have a little shoot around at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then we're going to play and tip off at 10 against Pinedale, who is really a talented basketball team. I mean, they've got some returners coming back. We played them this summer, so we kind of have a faint idea what they're going to do. It's never exactly as it is during the winter. And then get some legs and try to get our legs underneath us for the nightcap.
Yeah, and then you got only 2 more after that one.
Yeah.
Travis, I appreciate you coming over. As I know it's a short halftime. I didn't know if you needed to go next door, but we'll catch you tomorrow morning. Thank you for coming by.
You bet. Go Big Red.
You bet. Head coach Travis McIntosh. So there's Riverton High School ladies, they fell earlier tonight 60-34 to the Sheridan ladies in their season opener. We are at the break. 27-23 our score. Sheridan out in front. We've seen 4 lead changes and 4 ties. Riverton led 13-11 at the end of one. Sheridan outscores Riverton 16-10 in the second stanza to pull out a 4-point lead at the half. Derek DeVries, the junior, leading with 7 points tonight. Parker Paxton, Nathan Hutchison, 5 points apiece. Gabrielson has 3. Monroe has 1. Hauk has 2 for the Wolverine attack. Sheridan, Cale Hamrick, 14 points to lead the way. Spielman has 4. DeGrange has 4 off the bench. Raider Tomlinson, 2. Jake Woodrow has 3 for their 27. Sheridan has out-rebounded Riverton 16-11. Also, let's take a look at some first half shooting stats real quick, and then we'll send it to one of our longer breaks of the game. Riverton would shoot 8 of 24, 33%. They would go, unfortunately, 3 of 9 from the arc. Well, that's not bad, 33% actually. 4 of 6 from the free throw line, but 8 of 24 is 33% shooting from the field. Sheridan on the other side, 10 of 19, 53% shooting in the first half for Sheridan. 3 of 10 from the arc. They would hit 4 of their 6 free throws as well. We'll come back, take a look at the second half after this. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. This is Wolverine basketball. Wolverine boys trail by 4 at the break on County 10 and the Sports Network.
Keep it local. Try it on, save time and money on returns, and get advice in person at Bells & Bows. Our business is your best local source for quality clothing like Liverpool and keeping your look fresh every month with our new collections bag. These monthly collections bags feature anything you can imagine yourself in, and the best part is we will ship it everywhere. But if you live locally, we can drop it off right at your doorstep. Bells & Bows, your local solution to keeping you looking stylish for anything that comes your way. Stop in today at 309 East Main Street in Riverton or visit us online at bellsandbows.rocks.
Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery is proud to be a supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Brown Sugar is a locally owned and operated restaurant located in downtown Riverton. Their passion is coffee and locally sourced foods. Be sure to stop in for dinner service and look for a new menu coming soon. Brown Sugar Coffee Roastery. See them online at brownsugarcoffeeroastery.com or stop in at 203 East Main Street, Riverton.
Central Wyoming College has a new Bachelor of Applied Science degree in Early Childhood Education.
Being a teacher has always been a dream of mine.
This degree combines the academic, assessment, and classroom management content that students need to be successful in the classroom. Gain knowledge in how young children grow and develop physically and cognitively, and guide them to social and emotional development.
What I really like about the education program here at CWC is that we get a lot of classroom experience.
Streaming coverage. Thanks for joining us. This is live streaming coverage of Wolverine basketball from the Bill Strannigan Classic from Riverton High School.
27-23, Sheridan out in front of the Wolverines. Sheridan back out on the court, getting ready for the second half of this contest. Riverton will be back at it again tomorrow. They'll play 2 games. They will take on Pinedale at 10 and 11:30. 10 for the girls, 11:30 for the boys. And then they will be back at it again later in the evening when they will take on the... I was going to say, what are you doing over there? I'm looking at the camera that he's got going on. He's distracting me. But nightcap of the day tomorrow, 4 and 5:30. Riverton will take on Laramie. So they'll play 2 games each tomorrow, and then they'll close out the tournament on Saturday against Cheyenne South. And so our boss over in Lander told us to keep us updated, but keep him updated, but he hasn't kept us updated on there. Is also our scroll supposed to be going across there? Do you know how to get that? Our County 10 scroll that Wyatt has for us, we put that on there. Riverton again last year, 6th year under head coach Bo Sheets, by the way. He's been coach of the year the last 2 years. They're back-to-back consolation champs after not qualifying for state the 2 previous years. Bo Sheets also coached 3 seasons at Wind River, going 57 and 28. He placed 3rd twice out there. Overall, Bo's coaching record 129 and 89 as the Wolverines have come back out to the playing surface. And then you have, I said, the wily veteran on the sideline, Nick Quayle, the assistant coach. He was head coach for 5 years at Riverton, 14 years in a couple of different stints at Wind River. He had a couple of runner-ups back in the day there as well. Did you say we needed to take a 30-second break? All right, let's take a 30-second break. We'll come back second half basketball. Wolverines down by 4 on the County 10 Sports Network.
Eyes on Fremont is a proud supporter of student athletes and athletics all across Fremont County. Ensuring crisp and clear vision is only one part of first-rate eye care. In addition to testing visual activity, the doctors at Eyes on Fremont focus on the comprehensive and long-term health of your eyes and vision. Eyes on Fremont uses the latest technology such as digital imaging to inspect your eyes thoroughly during a comprehensive eye and vision assessment. Stop in at 111 South Broadway, Riverton, or call 856-9000 for an appointment today.
Your home for Wolverine basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM and on the County 10 YouTube stream.
It will be Wolverine basketball to begin the second half. They trail 27-23. And Wolverines made a lot of strides in the second half against teams last year. A lot of different adjustments. Gabrielson, Hutchison, Vincent, DeVries, and Paxton, the 5 that go out for the Cardinal Red, wearing their home whites, Cardinal Red accents, and Cardinal Red numbers in black trim. Parker Paxton will inbound it to DeVries in front of that pajama-clad student section. Sheridan dressed in their road blues. Gilbert, Hamrick, Woodrow, also Tomlinson and Spielman. Road blues with the yellow accents. Gabrielson, left side to Paxton. Man-to-man defense. DeVries gets free, gets blocked, but fouled by Raider Tomlinson. And DeVries starting the second half much the way he did the first half as he got the first bucket of the game. And now he will have a chance at the first points of the second half. Raider Tomlinson, first team foul, first personal, first team foul as DeVries cannot connect on the first free throw. Wolverines 4 of 7 from the free throw line, the 65% on the year last year. Derek was 58%. He misses both, unfortunately, on this one. Back on defense now. Gilbert to Spielman. DeVries fought through a pick. Spielman has it batted, but Hamrick ends up with it. Man-to-man defense by the Wolverines. They'll just throw that one away, and that'll be a turnover. 14 turnovers on the Bronx, 13 in the first half. Riverton had 12 turnovers in the first half. 4 ties, 4 lead changes. Biggest lead for Sheridan, 7. Biggest lead for the Wolverines, 5. Gabrielson. Oh, I don't know where he was going with that, but he got bailed out because they called a kick on Gilbert. He trying to like croquet through the wickets or something on that one, or what? He just threw it right into his leg and gets kick called. Cade bounced to the baseline. Hutch underneath in traffic, sends it out to Paxton. Hutchison right side, 3-ball, good. Second trifecta of the night for Hutch. He's got 8. Wolverines within a point now at 27-26. Tomlinson gets free in the paint, loses it. He missed the shot, actually, and then DeVries mistimed the jump, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it will be Sheridan basketball on the team rebound. Well, he had point blank in there, and he just did not get it to go. Sheridan has out-rebounded Riverton 17-11 here a minute and a half into the third quarter. Tomlinson, big body, gets it out to Woodrow. Up top to Hamrick. Vincent has changed over to him, and Paxton goes high for the rebound and takes it away. Parker to Hutch. He'll drive, he'll sling it to Vincent. Corner, DeVries for 3 in the lead, and it's good. Back-to-back threes for the Wolverines. 5th lead change of the night. The Wolverines with 2 quick threes, and they're back on top by a bucket now. Back on defense. Vincent, probably Wolverines' best defender. He's on Hamrick now after Hamrick lit him up for 14 in the first half. There you see that matchup right now on that Wolverine paw. Outside of the right side. They'll get a switch. There is a 3 by Gilbert to answer. Mark Gilbert for 3. And that puts Sheridan back out in front now by 1. Gabrielson to Vincent. Jason's going to drive it to the low block and be rejected by Spielman. As Draven Monroe will check back into the contest for the Wolverines. Here comes Ty Sheets as well. Hutchison out, Gabrielson out. Good 3 by Hutch. Nathan may miss some games. Hope I'm not speaking out of turn as Paxton gets free in the paint and puts it up over the top of the rim. Parker now heating up. He's got 7. Wolverines back up by 1. 7th lead change of the contest. He's going to play some winter baseball as Nathan. That's why he kind of stepped away from the game the last couple of years, so there may be some conflicts with his winter baseball season and his winter basketball season. Spielman in the corner for 3, his first of the night, as Paxton gets leveled by Tomlinson after the shot. They'll call a foul on Tomlinson. The 3, I believe, should count. The 3 is good. And then Raider Tomlinson commits his second personal foul. Spielman's first 3 of the night. Actually, I lied. He's got 2. He had 1 in the first quarter as well. He's got 7 points. 8 lead changes now. Hunter Houck will sprint to the check-in stand as Coach Martini beside himself talking to the official on the near side. Paxton to Sheets. Again, the Bronx in a man-to-man defense. Ty gives it back to Parker. He's having to work hard just to get open. Ty in traffic out to DeVries. He'll penetrate. He'll pump fake. He'll spin. Spielman got a piece of that one. And it's taken away by Hamrick. Left side corner, Spielman. He'll rise for another 3, and he'll rattle that one down. 10 points for Garrett Spielman. 3 threes and a free throw. And it's back to a 5-point Bronx lead. Sheets for 3, misses badly. And the rebound by Gilbert. Long pass up ahead. Tomlinson back to Gilbert. He'll penetrate, gets triple teamed. Hamrick ends up with it. Parker on him defensively. 5 juniors on the court right now for the Wolverine defense. Woodrow. Cross-court pass nearly takes out the official and Gilbert. Hamrick and Paxton in a pretty good battle. Spielman, another 3. Why not? 3 threes for Spielman in the quarter, and he puts the Bronx up by 8, their largest lead of the night. And then Hamrick knocks it away from DeVries. It'll go in the backcourt, and Hamrick will steal it again. Hamrick, the distance, put it up and score it. It's a run by the Bronx. And it looked like Coach Sheets was going to call a timeout, and he doesn't. Wolverines had a 4-point lead, and now they face a 10-point deficit. Paxton in the paint for 10, let it fly, and 1. Parker's got 9. Woodrow gets the foul, and we'll get a timeout. Boy, a little 14-point run by the Bronx. We'll get a timeout. That foul was called on Woodrow, by the way. I'm going to stay here and finish out our live reads, Thomas, if you're all right with that. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Supporting RHS Sports. Our broadcasts are made possible by great sponsors like Gamble's on Main Street in Lander. Shane, the owner of Gamble's, has truckloads of furniture waiting just for you. Delivery is always free within 30 miles of the store, which includes all of Riverton. And thanks to Wind River Internet for helping provide our web stream tonight on the County 10 YouTube channel, and Maven for optical assistance during the football season. Riverton led by 4 with the Derek DeVries 3. It was 27-23. Actually, they did not lead by 4 at that point. They trailed by 4 on the DeVries 3, and then it's been Sheridan expanding that out to a 10-point lead. Paxton 3-point play, got it. David Monroe will check in for him. Parker 3 for 3 on the night from the charity stripe. He's got 10 points that he checks out of the game. Gabrielson, Vincent, Hutchison back in with Monroe and DeVries. Back to a 7-point Sheridan lead. 3:20 left to play in the third quarter on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Spielman been splashing those threes out there. Hamrick over the top, back of the iron, and then a Raider Tomlinson foul as he levels Draven Monroe. And that'll be 3 fouls in the quarter on Raider Tomlinson. And he will come out as Haswell will come in. Haswell had left because he had gotten in foul trouble. Tomlinson, an all-conference lineman for that state championship Sheridan Bronc football team. Very physical player. Gabrielson to Hutchison. Hutch on the right side. Paw got his man in the air. Dribbles in. Takes it back out to DeVries. Derek's going to run past Hamrick. Lay it off glass and missed it. But the rebound coming out front is going to come all the way in the backcourt to Nathan Hutchison. Right place, right time for Nate. Hutch runs it left side, takes it low block, and knocked to the floor by Truman DeGrange. And DeGrange, the recipient, is his first personal, 5th team foul. Paxton going to check back into the game for Derek DeVries, who will get a breather. Paxton and DeVries combining for 20 points right now, 10 each. But a 7-point deficit. Gabrielson throws it away. 14 turnovers on each team now. Into the paint, Hamrick over Paxton, score it. Where the turnovers mounting up on the Wolverines and counting up for the Bronx as they've now extended it to a 9-point lead. 10 has been their biggest. Hutchison back out top to Paxton between the front logo and the free throw line. He'll drive in, float for 10, and get that one. 12 for Paxton. Lead back to 7 for Sheridan now. Hamrick with Vincent on him defensively. So they try to lock down Hamrick, who still has 4 points in the quarter. Then Spielman tries his 3. No good. Gabrielson was in his grill that time. Vincent will throw it away, and Hamrick will score it and 1. Jason got the rebound, and then he throws it away. Hamrick will score it and 1, and then Vincent gets the foul. Jason and Cade kind of struggling on opening night, the seniors. Cade had the 3 early, but Vincent has not scored. Dre Monroe will check out as DeVries goes back in. Hamrick has 20, now looking for 21, and has it. And he'll check out. Cale Hamrick, 21 points. That's 7 here in this quarter. And Coach Martini's team has answered the bell after the Wolverines had a quick early run to begin the quarter. They've outscored Riverton 19-13 with 90 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Cade takes it right side. DeVries steps back for the three. That one misses underneath. Couldn't get his feet quite under him as DeGrange gets the rebound. DeGrange has it now. Vincent on him. Spielman runs into Hutchison and a blocking foul on Nathan. That will be number 1 on Hutchison. And just the second team foul of the second half on Riverton, so it will not be free throws, though Spielman was lined up at the line as if there were going to be. And normally late in the third, maybe you'd expect that. Long pass up ahead. Haswell has it knocked away by Vincent, but right into the hands of DeGrange. Gilbert now throws it underneath in traffic, and Haswell fouled from behind by Vincent. Jason will pick up his second quick. Jason has 1 rebound in the ball game as well, as he and Cade, as I mentioned, not the opening night they would hope for. Hunter Houck is going to check in for Jason. Gilbert will trigger the inbound under their own window. Flies it up top. DeGrange has it now. Houck on him. Throws it out left side. Spielman gets free for another 3. That one's front of the iron, no good. Cade had a pretty good defensive closeout on him. Paxton the rebound, and he's going to get fouled. 3 rebounds for Parker. Haswell will get his 3rd. It'll be the 6th team foul. Clock inside of a minute. Wolverines down 10. Left side corner. Hutch back to Gabrielson for 3 on the way. That one's off. Skims on to the other side. And it's rebounded by McMeans. Near steal by DeVries. McMeans out to DeGrange. Back to Cash McMeans. 34 seconds remaining in the third stanza. Spielman, long 3 again. Goes in, out, hits the backboard and back in. 5 threes for Garrett Spielman tonight. And a 13-point lead, the biggest of the ball game for Sheridan. Wolverines need some points here in the final 15 seconds. Gabrielson gets free for 3 again. That one in and out, stays out. And it's going to stay Wolverine basketball. Good look by Cade. It just does not drop. And they'll keep it with 8.8 seconds left showing on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. Our scoreboard clock disappear? Okay. DeVries, 7 seconds. Back to Hutch. Corner. Shot rolls out. But they've not been friendly for the 3. 3-quarter court shot is no good. And the Sheridan Broncs have expanded their lead on the Wolverines. They led by 4 at the break. They outscore Riverton 24-13. The most Riverton's given up in a quarter in a couple of years, perhaps, as they're kind of hung their hat on defense, and they don't get her done here. They're trailed by 13 as we head to the final period. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this on County 10 Sports Network.
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing. Walk on a pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stands.
Thanks for joining us. This is live streaming coverage of Wolverine basketball from the Bill Strannigan Classic from Riverton High School.
49-36, Sheridan outscores the Wolverines 24-13 in the third stanza. Riverton 5 of 13 shooting, 2 of 7 from three-point land. Sheridan 5 of 6 from the arc, including 4 of them from Garrett Spielman and 1 from Mark Gilbert. Actually, they missed 2 in that. Spielman missed 2 that I didn't get collected in that third quarter. He also hit 4, though. Gabrielson to DeVries. Straightaway three. Good, and one. That's the way you start a quarter. 13 points for DeVries on his second three-pointer of the night. This will be an and one. Give the foul to Cash McMeans, who has his third, seventh team foul. Hauk started that quarter, but back out quickly. DeVries on a three-point play and 14 points, yes. The juniors tonight, 26 of the Wolverines' 40 points. Hamrick baseline, Spielman again, get it. 5 threes in the second half by Garrett Spielman. He's got 6 in the ball game. He's feeling it. Cade has Spielman on him. Left side, Paxton. He'll penetrate past Woodrow. He'll have it partially blocked. Vincent with a putback. Nice job, Jason, for his first basket of the year. Back to a 10-point game. Shot to the back of the iron, no good. Gabrielson and Woodrow, and they'll call a tie-up. And it will stay Sheridan basketball. Kid boxing him out. Powell leading Lander 23-21. No idea where they're at in that stage of that game. DeVries knocks that ball away from Spielman. Boy, Garrett Spielman, 19 points tonight. 6 three-pointers, and he still trails Cale Hamrick's 21 for game high. He'll get another three away. That one's back of the iron, no good. Vincent and Hamrick battling for the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Jason. Vincent will pick up his third personal foul. DeGrange will trigger the ball inbound. Wide open, Woodrow gets free and scores. Gabrielson got tied up in traffic, and Woodrow made him pay. DeVries has that one knocked off of his leg out of bounds, but he's going to be fouled. They'll go shoot two as Cale Hamrick sails into the Riverton cheerleaders. Should be 2 free throws. Yeah, it is. Hamrick, second foul on him. Dre Monroe is going to check in for Jason Vincent. Gabrielson's going to stay in as he and Coach Sheets talking on the sideline. Minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Still 6:28 left, but Riverton running out of possessions now. Down by 12 with 6:28 left. DeVries trying to cut into that, and does. 15 for DeVries to lead all Riverton scorers. Parker Paxton has 12. Ladies fell earlier tonight, 60-34. That one's short. DeVries, actually, Dre Monroe goes and gets it. Parker for three. Bank it off glass, no good. And here the Bronx come back the other way. Hamrick. 6:10 remaining in the contest, regulation time. Woodrow underneath, works in on Gabrielson. Good defense by Cade. Rebound, though, pulled out of there by McMeans. And Sheridan will reload on the offensive rebound. DeGrange to McMeans. Runs into traffic, rejected and taken away by DeVries. Great defense by Derek. Shovels the ball up ahead to Paxton. He'll run past Hamrick. He will be fouled by Spielman, and it's no good. Spielman can't believe he got that call. Spielman will get his first foul of the night, and it'll send a very good free throw shooter to the line. Free throw, no good. Well, how's about that for the announcer, Jinx? I told you a very good free throw shooter going to the line, and he misses a rare one. Led the team in scoring as a sophomore last year at 13 points a game. Top 5 in the conference in scoring. Was all conference last year. He's also a 3-time state champion golfer, and he'll get neither. I'll just quiet down about how great his free throw shooting is and not put the announcer hex on him right there. DeGrange, baseline, shoves one up. Ball is loose, picked up by Hamrick. Woodrow for 3, why not? Woodrow for another 3-pointer. Sheridan's been putting him up from long range as Vincent goes to the hole and scores. He's got 5, but nobody back, and going back the other way and scoring on a quick, easy bucket is Connor Bateson. Nobody was back for the Wolverines after that, and Bateson is the easy bucket. DeVries blocking foul underneath on Sheridan as Derek goes to the rack and is going to be fouled by DeGrange, who will get his second. 11 team fouls now in the second half by Sheridan. Riverton will shoot 2 for the final 4:49. DeVries going back to the line. Free throw good by Derek.
There's an early game tomorrow. I got to wake up.
Brody Dale will check in. Gabrielson has checked in. Parker getting a breather. Hauk will come in. DeVries will get the second one. 17 for Derek. And he'll come out as Brody Dale will check in. Monroe will also come out. So you have Hauk, Vincent, Dale, Sheets, and Gabrielson, the 5 on the court. Riverton down by 12. Their biggest deficit has been 15. Woodrow off glass. They'll call it on the floor as he banked it in. Foul is against Sheets. Ty will get number 1 for him. Sheridan has hit 10 of 20 3-pointers tonight. That's 30 points from the arc against the Wolverines' 47. Inbound to Hamrick. Sheets has checked out as Paxton has come back in for him. Down low ball, batted away by Gabrielson, but it comes right to the hands of DeGrange, who right place, right time, picks it up and puts it in. Back to a 14-point Sheridan lead. This game had 8 lead changes and 4 ties early. And then early in the third quarter, Riverton took their final lead, and then Sheridan took their final lead perhaps with 4 minutes left as they went out to a 15-point lead, now lead by 14. Hauk, baseline. Sheridan just very long and very physical. Very strong basketball team playing defense. Hauk gets around Woodrow, and he'll be rejected by Spielman, but a foul comes in on somebody from Sheridan. And they'll whistle it on Woodrow. Kind of that spiking motion is going to get you a foul pretty much every time. Hauk to the line. Hunter has 2 points tonight coming in the first quarter. He'll get that one. Bench tonight contributing 4 points. 3 by Hauk, 1 by Dre Monroe, as Hauk will not get the second one. Spielman will get the rebound. 3 rebounds and 19 points for Garrett Spielman. Most of it coming from behind the arc. How about another Sheridan 3? No good. Vincent gets the board. 3 rebounds tonight by Jason. Brody Dale runs past Spielman. He'll run the baseline, throws it out to Parker, and Parker is mugged, unless they want to call that a jump ball too. Bateson, the foul. Sorry, that was sour grapes from earlier in the first half. Sheridan has played very well tonight. They have hit from the arc, 10 of 21 now. Shots have fallen for them. Parker at the line, and he has missed 3 in a row. Kid only missed 16 all year last year out of 111 free throws, and he's missed 3 in a row now. After I said a great free throw shooter going to the line, so blame that one on me, and he'll get back in the stroke, and he'll knock it down. Paxton, Vincent, DeVries, Hutchison, basically the starting 5 for the Wolverines. Hamrick, Woodrow, Tomlinson back in, setting picks at the top. Spielman and Gilbert, their starting 5 back on the court. Spielman runs underneath, partially blocked by DeVries. A late whistle comes in. Boy, that ball had already been volleyballed around twice by the time the call comes. I think it's the right call. I think he was fouled on the shot, but when the whistle comes 2 basketball plays later, you kind of wonder, but I do think they got the right call, and Spielman will go to the line. Garrett, as I mentioned, only shot 5 free throws all of last year in varsity play, and he knocks down the first. And Coach Martini said his team is going to have to find some kids that will come out and play under the lights in a varsity game, and I think he's found that tonight. Hamrick, of course, the seasoned veteran from a year ago, but Spielman with 20, now 21 points. He likes the rims here as he knocks down both free throws, and he has also hit 6 triples against the Wolverines. Back to a 14-point lead. Gabrielson into the paint. Hutch scoots it back to Parker for 3 on the way. Good. 16 for Paxton. Cuts the lead back to 11. Still a lot of time left at 2:48, but you need some stops if you're the Wolverines, and they'll get a stop in the form of a timeout, at least in the meantime, by Sheridan. I got to continue these, get them collected for you tonight. Our sponsors, your scoreboard tonight brought to you by Fremont Therapy in Riverton and Lander. For more than 25 years, Fremont Therapy has been Fremont County's leader in physical and occupational therapy. They're proud to provide experienced clinicians to support athletes and families. They wish all Fremont County teams the best of luck this season. And this broadcast doesn't end when the clock runs out. Stick around for the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. Bailey's employs over 130 Fremont County residents, always looking for career-minded individuals to work in a variety of departments. Check out gowithbailey.com to learn more. And we'll get our last one in here real quick. Tyler Watson, State Farm agent, proud supporter of Riverton Athletics. State Farm reminds you not to forget old memories and also protect your future. Stop in and see Tyler and his staff, 618 East Washington, or online at insuringriverton.com. Big thanks to all of our sponsors here tonight. Raylan Mong, who's been battling a little bit of the flu. She's our camera person tonight. She has earned every dollar of her paycheck this evening. We thank her at the top of Wolverine Gym. Thomas Dent III, my technician next to me. Appreciate your time and effort. I'm John Gabrielson. This is County 10 Sports. Jared Anderson back at radio control. Wyatt Bridgka, Riley Bouillon, Christian Corona doing the Lander game as they're taking on Powell. Shot goes off the top of the backboard, and then Woodrow ends up with it on a rebound. Nice pass underneath. Tomlinson gets free from DeVries on a great pass up top. And Tomlinson, his second bucket of the night. Paxton for 3, left it short. Spielman goes and gets the rebound. While Sheridan is 10 of 22 from the arc, Riverton is 7 of 20. Riverton has 15 turnovers to 14, and an offensive foul on Spielman at the top will be their 15th turnover and his second foul of the night. So Riverton gets a defensive stop, but they didn't score on that other end last time. We're back at it again tomorrow, 10 a.m. here on the County 10 Sports Network as the Wolverines take on Pinedale in their first of 2 games each, boys and girls. Girls versus Pinedale at 10 a.m. Boys follow at 11:30. Paxton, 10-foot floater again. Patented Parker right there. 18 points for Parker. 90 seconds remaining in the ball game. 11-point lead. Hamrick back out to Spielman. Gabrielson all over him. As you know, he's going to pull that trigger from anywhere. Ball knocked away by Vincent. Tomlinson boxes out Hutchison to make sure he can't go get that ball. Spielman throws back to Gilbert. Wolverines have them at the bonus if you wanted to play the foul game, but now with 1:10 left, maybe not the time, as Hamrick still dribbling. Keeps it on a bounce, hands it back to Gilbert. 1 minute left. Wolverines playing defense kind of aggressively. Martini's going to call the timeout. So we'll take one of our 30s here as well. 59 seconds left to play. Sheridan 65, Riverton 54. We'll play the final minute on that Fremont Therapy scoreboard right after this.
Fremont Toyota of Lander is proud to sponsor sports and student athletes all across Fremont County. When you're looking for a vehicle, whether it's new or used, Fremont Toyota has got you covered with the best inventory across the state of Wyoming. Experience the Fremont Toyota difference. From service to the sale, let the professional staff take care of you and drive off happy knowing you made the right choice. Stop into 103 Fremont Way on the Wild West end of Lander and get your vehicle picked out today.
Your home for Wolverine basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM and on the County 10 YouTube stream.
Sheridan defeated Riverton earlier this evening in girls basketball, 60-54. The RHS girls will play tomorrow, 10 a.m. against Pinedale, followed by the boys at 11:30. That is varsity action, by the way, on your Friday. Minute left to play in the ball game. Hamrick. Vincent went down, back up. Vincent ties up Hamrick. Jump ball. Wolverine basketball. They get the tie up. 16 turnovers on the Bronx, and 7 or 8 of those came early in the first quarter as they have settled into things. And then shot the lights out from the arc there for a little while and have built themselves an 11-point lead. Paxton floating 15 will not drop. Woodrow the rebound. And a foul in the backcourt on the Wolverines.
Riverton foul 12, Paxton.
9 rebounds for Jake Woodrow. 3rd personal foul on Paxton, and Coach Sheets gonna raise the white flag, so to speak. Eli Lucas, Hunter Hauk, Dante Watt, the other senior on this team, getting in. Nick McIntosh and Ty Sheets coming in. Paxton, Vincent, Gabrielson, Hutchinson coming out of the ball game. Raider Tomlinson will go to the line. All-conference lineman for that Sheridan Bronc football team, as I mentioned earlier, will get the first free throw to go. Their football coach, Jeff Mowry, spent a little bit of time in this gym. He was a Wolverine football player and basketball player. Their head football coach, Jeff Mowry. Matter of fact, I got to call his games when he played football and basketball back in the day. Yeah, I've been around for about 67 years. Tomlinson misses the second one. Ty Sheets, the rebound. Crowd starting to file towards the exits here at Wolverine Gym. Going to see Davidson come in for Raider Tomlinson. And then a quick sub as Connor Bateson will come in. I think we've seen everybody but Tyler Hutton. Have we seen Tyler in the game? Watt to Lucas. Eli rejected by Hudson. Clock didn't start again. This time it doesn't work in the Wolverines' favor too much. Wolverines been out rebounded 32-22 in this ball game. Stay tuned. The Bailey post-game show will be coming up as that ball thrown away, and that'll be 17 turnovers on the Sheridan Broncs. Maybe the only blemish on them tonight is their 17 turnovers. Watt to Lucas, 3 seconds left. Eli rises at the buzzer, off glass is no good. And the season opener goes the way of the Sheridan Broncs. They win it tonight, 66-54. They make it a sweep of the Wolverine varsities with a 60-34 win over the ladies and a 66-54 victory over the Riverton men. And it is also the 7th consecutive win for the Sheridan Broncs over the Riverton Wolverines. Sheridan will start 1-0. Riverton will start 0-1 on the basketball season. Your Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show is next. 66-54 Sheridan the victory. We'll be back after this. I think 66-54. Make sure we get that correct on there. 66-54, Sheridan the win. We'll come back with your Bailey Enterprises post-game show. You've been watching and listening to Wolverine basketball on the County 10 Sports Network.
Back when I was riding in rodeos, I always made sure I was locked in, good and tight. Now as a touring musician, crisscrossing the country, I still make sure I'm locked in, good and tight. Of course I do.
Heading south, down the road in a Crow Cadillac, coupe to fill.
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
If you're looking to get upgrades on your vehicle done with bumpers, grill guards, and bed liners, shop locally. Instead of traveling the extra mile to an out-of-town shop, take it to the premier local shop here in Fremont County. Wyoming 4x4 has over 25 years of experience under the belt. Dan will take your stock truck and give it the perfect accessory makeover tailored to your vision. Stop at Wyoming 4x4 or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
Wyoming Catholic College are proud sponsors of student athletes and sports programs across Fremont County.
Keeping you connected with Wolverine basketball. We are the County 10 Sports Network.
66-54, the final tonight. Sheridan outlasting the Wolverines on the Fremont Therapy scoreboard. We're joined by Derek DeVries, Junior tonight, 17 points in a, I think your first varsity start, am I correct?
That is correct.
How about that, 17 points? You came out, hit the first 2 points of the ball game, hit the, well, you won't talk about the first 2 free throws of the second half, but 17 points. Talk about your first varsity start in the Wolverines tonight.
I can definitely tell you today was a long day, long wait for my first varsity start, but, you know, once I hit the court, the nerves calmed down, and I was just playing basketball again.
Unfortunately, game ebb and flows, 8 lead changes, 4 ties. You guys made a run out of the halftime locker room. What was the talk from the coaches in the halftime locker room to come out in the second half?
Our energy wasn't the best in the first half, so he just talked us up, you know. He said we got to have a better identity on defense because we were kind of lazy in the first half, so we kicked it on defense and it transitioned into offense.
And then, unfortunately, Spielman goes and hits 5 threes in that second half. And a lot of it, I think, was pretty good defense played on him. It was just players making shots.
No, yeah, he's a really good shooter, but our defense wasn't the best communication tonight.
How's your lungs right now? You got 3 more games left in 2 more days. How are you feeling?
Definitely was the first game. A lot of out-of-shape players, but it was fun.
And it's a lot of anticipation. I think for you in, coming up, as you said, a long day to get your first varsity start. I think a long day just to get this season started for everybody. And
oh, yeah, I agree.
I don't know if you're going to expound on that or something, but you haven't visited with the coaches. We haven't been in the halftime locker or the post-game locker room yet, but what do you look forward to tomorrow? Pinedale, Laramie.
Hopefully we can find a stride. We weren't super on our shots today, so if we can start knocking down those shots, then we're back to being Riverton basketball.
Yeah, 17 points tonight, 18 for Parker as he just nipped you for game-high honors there, but I know that you'd rather have the dub than anything out of this. Right now, you guys come back, get some rest. Then tomorrow, it's not such a long wait for your second varsity start. You'll get that 11:30 tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Derek, congratulations tonight. Good job, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
Thank you.
You bet. Derek DeVries coming into our Lander Medical Clinic player of the game situation here tonight. We didn't actually pick a player of the game in the ladies game, but I think probably do that with We2 Horse Cloud, I think, was coming off the bench in her first varsity game. You could obviously get Paisley Jackson, but I think Paisley will be reaping that honor many times more down the stretch for her team. But we'll give that to We2 Cloud Horse, and then also Derek DeVries, our players of the game. And not always the leading scorer on the team. It's people that do a lot of different things as well. But Derek, I thought good aggressive play tonight, going out there with 17 points. Giving you some final statistics in this game. Riverton led 13-11 after the first quarter. Sheridan outscored the Wolverines 16-10 in the second. They outscored them 22-13 in the third after Riverton had kind of put themselves in a lead, got that 8th lead change, the 7th lead change, and then Sheridan's 8th lead change of the night took things over, and they would outscore, Riverton would outscore Sheridan 18-17 in the fourth quarter of the ball game here tonight. So we're going to put the headphones on the head coach, Coach Bo Sheets. And I guess, Coach, I'll just give you free reign and give me your assessment of the first 32 minutes of the season.
You know, you always want to win every game, but there's not too many teams that go undefeated, and not too many teams win the state championship on the first night. Very, very pleased with a lot of things we did. You know, we need to get in better shape. I think some of those shots will go down the more the season goes. Sometimes first night, first game jitters play a little bit in that. You're pumped up, play in front of the crowd. You've been waiting all day to play for this chance to kind of come out and show what you're doing. And I thought the boys did a good job coming out. We just didn't shoot the ball particularly well. I thought our shot selection was pretty decent. I thought we shared the ball really well. So, you know, as a coach, as a program, that's kind of what you ask for, is just an opportunity to knock down shots, and I think we will as the season goes.
And you had 38% for the game, 18 of 47 unofficially, 7 of 20 from the arc. Unfortunately, at one point they were 10 of 19 from the arc, and Spielman kind of went off. And you talked about, you know, getting amped for a varsity game. And
sure.
Derek just came on and said it was the longest day of his life waiting for his first varsity start. He comes out, scores 17.
Right.
And, you know, Derek and Parker do their thing. Kate and Jason, I think, have a little bit of an off night, and maybe it worked the other way after a long day to get the start tonight and go out and play. And they're going to have nights like that for sure.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, it's fun to win them all. You know, when they get fire, a couple of their kids caught fire. They were doing a good job running pick and roll, and we had to help off because we were giving up some size. And so they found the open guy, and they knocked down shots. So, like I said, you kind of tip your hat to them and say, good shot. You know, at halftime, they were shooting 60% for threes. We were 30, and I think it probably just kind of continued the rest of the game. We probably even shot a little less than that. But I'm confident in our guys. I like what we do. I like our defensive effort. We had some lapses, which we know is going to happen. You know, a couple offensive boards from their side. That's kind of our keys to the game is limiting the other team's offensive boards. And so when we do that, I like our chances. When teams get extra opportunities, it just makes it tougher for any team, let alone a team that's giving up some size.
You know, and we talk about highlights. I plenty of highlights to build on as well.
Yep. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, this year you can tell we're gonna be able to play kids a lot more. You know, the starters are obviously gonna get more minutes than the kids coming in, but you know, the kids that haven't played varsity at all, haven't even suited up varsity, got some time tonight, which is good for us. And you know, it's obvious that we need to get in shape, and so that'll come. But very proud of the boys. Like I said, a lot of things we're doing. I hope that when we talk to them here in a minute, I hope they can see it too. Kind of have a realistic look of this is game one. We've got 3 more in 2 days. And so kind of, you know, learn from what we did. We did some good things. We've got a lot we got to improve on. You know, I felt like we had a lot of 50-50 balls, kind of those loose balls, if you will, that they seemed to get a majority of them. And then they got some points off of those. And they got some lucky rolls too. You know, I mean, 5, that one of those threes that bounces off, hits the top of the backboard and drops in. And, you know, they had some fortunate rolls. And but again, that happens in games. So very, very pleased with our start.
We talk about when you lose, you want to play again as quick as possible, where you're going to get that chance to come
right
back
away
after a late night and come back at 11:30 tomorrow. Talk about Pinedale, Laramie, because kind of the flow of things, what you look for tomorrow and what you hope to see.
Right. I'll talk to a few coaches tonight, just kind of see what those guys did today. To get a short scout on them. It's really not like we've talked about early in the season. It's more about what we do than the other teams. But it's at least good to kind of know coming in what teams do and what some of their keys are. So, you know, Pinedale, I know they've got a Gosar kid that's really good, and we'll hopefully know more in the morning. I haven't really even looked at them other than that part.
All right, we'll let you go talk to your team, Bo. Thanks for coming over.
Thank you.
You bet. Head coach Bo Sheets of the Wolverine boys. Again, tonight, Sheridan sweeps the Wolverine varsities, winning the ladies 60-34. They win the men's game 66-54. And again, we'll run down some final stats. We'll take a break. We'll run down the final stats, and your Bailey postgame show will conclude. We'll do that after this timeout here on the County 10 Sports Network.
Eyes on Fremont is a proud supporter of student athletes and athletics all across Fremont County. Ensuring crisp and clear vision is only one part of first-rate eye care. In addition to testing visual activity, the doctors at Eyes on Fremont focus on the comprehensive and long-term health of your eyes and vision. Eyes on Fremont uses the latest technology such as digital imaging to inspect your eyes thoroughly during a comprehensive eye and vision assessment. Stop in at 111 South Broadway, Riverton, or call 856-9000 for an appointment today. Eyes
At some point, everyone is a pedestrian.
When you're driving, yield to pedestrians. Wear light clothing.
Walk on the pathway instead of the road.
Look out for pedestrians.
Avoid distractions like your phone. Look out for pedestrians, they're everywhere. We are the Wyoming Indian Lady Chiefs. We need you in our stand.
At some point.
Your home for Wolverine basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM and on the County 10 YouTube stream.
Welcome back to Wolverine Gym, the Bill Strannigan Memorial Classic. Lander and Powell going overtime in the boys game, that at the Lander Valley Field House. Between those two teams, you can find that on our County 10 YouTube channel. Once again, final scoring numbers in this one tonight. Parker Paxton with 18 points. Derek DeVries had 17. On the other side, Cale Hamrick and Garrett Spielman, 21 apiece. Spielman had 6 threes, 5 of them in the second half. Hamrick held to just 7 points in the second half, but it was the Garrett Spielman show in the second half that took care of business there. Other scoring for the Wolverines tonight, Hutchison had 8, 4 for Jason Vincent, 1 for Draven Monroe, 3 for Cade Gabrielson, and 3 for Hunter Hauk. Other scorers for Sheridan, 8 points for Jake Woodrow. He also had 9 rebounds tonight. 5 points for Raider Tomlinson, 3 for Mark Gilbert, 6 points Truman DeGrange, 2 points for Connor Bateson. And I mentioned, if I didn't mention it, the three-pointer by Mark Gilbert in there as well. Sheridan out-rebounded the Wolverines 32-22. Riverton's leading rebounder, Derek DeVries, had 4. Parker Paxton had 3. Jake Woodrow had 9 rebounds to lead the Sheridan Bronx. Cale Hamrick had 5. Sheridan wins it. Again, tonight they were 10 of 22 from the three-point line. They were 24 of 44 for the game, 55%. They had 8 of 11 free throws. Riverton had 11 of 20 free throws. They were 7 of 20 from the three-point line. They were 18 of 47 from the field at 38%. But the Sheridan Bronx victorious tonight, 66-54. Our Lander Medical Clinic players of the game, We Too Cloudhorse for the ladies and Derek DeVries for the guys. Big, huge thanks to Raylan Mong, battling through not feeling very well tonight, running the cameras for us, and we hope she has a great Christmas vacation and travels safe on her travels back home. Thomas and I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. We'll be on the air around 9:45. If I hit my snooze not too many times tomorrow, we'll be back here at 9:45 in the a.m., and we'll do the doubleheader with Riverton versus Pinedale. And again, over on our sister station on the County 10 YouTube page, Wyatt Barichka and Riley Bouillon have the overtime between Lander and Powell as they are going on at the field house in Lander right now. Lander trails 58-56. Now they've just tied it up 58 apiece. You can check that out on the County 10 YouTube stream. For Raylan Mong and Thomas Dent III, Jared Anderson back at Radio Control, I'm John Gabrielson. This has been a presentation of the County 10 Sports Network. Wolverines fall twice. Ladies lose 60-34. Men lose 66-54. Back at it. Pregame versus Pinedale doubleheader tomorrow at 9:45. This has been a presentation of the County 10 Sports Network.